Hello, 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 and welcome to the live. I am so glad you guys decided to come down here and join us today. We have Butterflii on hand with us, and we're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the episode that happened on last night. And I'm trying to remember what that episode was named. Sip Happens, honey. Season 11, episode number 9. Y'all, if y'all watched it, then y'all know it was a mess. It was a mess. And so we're going to get down here and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all the things, but we got to get some pleasantries out of the way first. Fair use disclaimer. Some material used in this video, I'm sorry, where is it at? Some material used in this video under U.S. Copyright Fair Use Section 107 for purposes such as commentary, criticism, and news reporting and education. Y'all, we're down here. We're going to do a lot of commentary and a whole lot of criticism. There was a lot going on this episode, and I believe it deserves a conversation, a conversation, because last night was a lot. If you watched it, then you know that, child, it was a lot going on. If you're watching from Butterflii's channel or from Lady Rose's channel, please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to each channel. Because one thing I want you to know, we engage in the comment section. We love to have the conversation. Some people don't, but we love to have the conversation. Right. Butterflii, you there? You're there.
Hold on. I think.
That's okay. You're fine.
Listen, my phone lagging. Salutations, Queendom. Welcome, Buttercups. Yes, yes, yes. This episode, girl, I am here. We are here. Oh, Lord.
We are here, child. Do you want to start at the beginning or do you want to get straight to the gusto? Which one do you want to do?
I think let's start at the beginning. Let's just walk our way through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The episode opens up with Chris and Neil. I really hope sitting outside talking. And we're gonna play the audio so you can hear it. Hey, Aisha. Hey, that's me, AD. Welcome to the live. You guys, please hit that like button. We're gonna play the audio. We're gonna be stopping it every few minutes so that we can give commentary. Let's go. I think this is the beginning. I hope it is. Move it back a little further. We don't want to play any of the music. Let's go. Let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
So I invited Kayla to the house today because there is a rumor going around that our daughter Kayla is actually dating our godson Twan. I really hope it's not true.
Now, Chad, why are you inviting? Why are you grown folks' business? Because isn't Kayla an adult? I need to find out how old Kayla is. What do you think about that, Butterflii?
Neil and Chris has a propensity to be in their children's romantic relationships, and it is kind of weird, but I don't know. I guess that's a part of their family unit and how they operate. It's kind of weird, but hey, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And I believe that Kayla has been having some type of relationship with Twan. I'm not gonna go all the way through this because we're gonna be in here over here all day if we play this bit by bit. But
right.
Kayla's having some type of love relationship with I'm trying to get the
situationship. Situationship, as Kayla put it. The timelines is messed up. I don't know how that's their godson, but Kayla and him never knew each other. And then the thing that's throwing me off is how he presented it to Destiny as if it was just a rumor. So for Kayla to come back and say that they actually are and have been dating is very weird and off-putting. I'm just so confused. And it gives me if that's not really their godson, then there was no real issue when Destiny and him seem to have a little interest for each other. It's just weird. Some things just not adding up for me. The math ain't math.
And here's the next part. Nell said the reason why she took issue with it was because Twan was a divorcee. He previously was married and has teenage kids. So
Oh wow.
yeah, let me see if I can find that part because she does say that
Yeah, I
after.
think I'm like, wait a minute. I think that went over my head. I missed that part.
Let me see. Okay, we're gonna play this part.
Okay.
With that said, talk to Lance and Destiny. And Destiny said something to the effect of Twan says there's supposed to be a rumor about him that he's dating Caleb.
Now, Chris looking like he don't really give a darn, but Nell is deep into this conversation. Let me see if I can get to the part where she's talking about the age.
And Caleb's actually my daughter. And
Let's go back.
I am lost for words.
Okay, we're gonna go.
We didn't want y'all to find out this way.
Chris' facial expressions never change, but Nell is looking like she wants to crawl up under the chair.
We have went on dates before.
I am lost for words.
I am too.
Kayla confirms that she's actually dating Twan. Look at Twan like a son, and Kayla's actually my daughter. And it kind of took me to a blow to the chest. Everything was just fluttered.
Well, let me see if I can find where she talks about, because she kind of says it at the end of the conversation that Twan he's a divorcee and that he has teenage children. Let me see if this is it.
Is under the surface that it's not being seen.
Okay, let's see.
Still not having clarity. You held back on me, and I don't understand why. I'm really trying to get this timeline between her and Twan of when they met. Kayla's telling me one thing, and I'm thinking another. I'm not sure. So now that I have spoken to Kayla, Twan just flat out lied. I haven't yet spoken.
But you haven't talked to Twan. You talked to Destiny. Let me see if I can find where she says that the reason why she had an issue was because he had teenage children. Is this it?
Who knows what, for when, for how. Just flat out lie. I haven't yet spoke to Twan, but I'm still not having clarity with the whole thing of who knows what, for when, for how long. So I still think there's a lot that is under the surface that is not being seen.
Who else knows? Does your sibling?
Okay, that's not it either. Okay, we may not get to that right now, Butterfly.
If it was me, I would already have.
Next we see Kimmy and Latisha. They meet up at Kimmy's house. Tisha goes in and they're just having a conversation. And I think Tisha said she was going over because she was at odds with the other ladies and she felt like Kimmy was a safe space. Butterfly, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, go ahead. If you want to talk about that, you want to get straight. We can go straight to the gusto if you want to.
Wait, I'll try to take my time getting there because I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it.
We got to get there. Live for Me said that's exactly what I said. Him and Lance ain't been friends that long, but she met him at the bar she worked at. Exactly. Kayla said she met him at the bar. And she said then she was introduced to him she said a year later or a year ago. Child, the timeline just ain't.
It's all over the place. And my thing is, I hope she get the same slack for Destiny dating somebody. Because first of all, her and Lance wasn't even serious, but they gave Destiny a lot of slack for so-called being somewhat interested in the so-called quote-unquote God brother. So for him to actually be dating his God sister, baby, I know there better be the same flack that Destiny got. I just know that. Because that's a lot closer to home than a friend dating a friend.
Yes. Girl, when she said, like, wait a minute, is he really the God brother or are we making this up as we go along? I'm trying to figure out how she know they were god siblings. And she says that she met him at the bar, and then she said her mother introduced him to her a year ago. So all this timeline is like within 2 years. It's not making a lot of sense at
It's not making no sense at all.
Hey, Queen Script. I can confirm Nell did report he's divorced with children. He exactly, Temper Blue. I was just trying to find it in the audio so we could listen to it, y'all. It's just I didn't want to. This is a long video, and I don't have 2 or 3 hours to give this today. Promise you that. But I did want to touch on it before I got out and start touching a little grass this afternoon. Good afternoon, Butterflii Lady Row in chat. Hey, you got to be kidding me. Thanks for joining. So we're at this point, we're at Kimmy and Maurice's house. Tisha's over. Marsol and MJ have flown to Italy. And again, Tisha says she's over there because she feels like Kimmy is a safe space, but I'm not so sure how safe that space is with Kimmy. Butterflii, you're going to have to come on in here and step on up to the plate and help me with this. Yeah, I know we're lucky to have Butterflii on a Sunday because she don't give us lives on a Sunday. So we lucky. we pushing
yes,
her.
I'm sorry. My dang phone. Okay, listen. I'm sorry. My phone call came through. Now, what was you?
Butterflii, you breaking up.
You saying that we touching on Lord. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Because a phone call was trying to come through. Can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah,
okay. Yes. Now, what was you saying? We was about to touch on the Tisha Destiny meeting up. I mean, Tisha Kimmy meeting up.
Yes, that's where we are. They're at Kimmy's house. Maurice and MJ are going to Italy.
Okay.
She feels like Kimmy's a safe space, and they're having some danishes at Kimmy's right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I think that's dope that he took his son to Italy. I think that's really dope. And I think MJ just finished first thing. So congratulations to him. I believe he finished with a 4.0 for his first semester.
Who's on the dean's list for sure. We done lost Butterflii, y'all. We done lost Butterflii. That phone be ringing, and every time her phone rings, it messes up her live. She'll be back, I'm sure. But we're at Kimmy and Maurice's. Again, like I said, MJ and Marsol are going out of town. They're going to Italy for, he took him to Italy to see Kendrick Lamar. And while they're at the Kendrick Lamar concert, I guess they're just going to explore Rome and enjoy Italy. So we see Tisha at Kimmy's, and she says she feels like Kimmy is a safe space for her. I'm not sure why she felt that way, because I feel like Kimmy also at some point may not have been as safe as Tisha would like to think that she is. And that doesn't just my personal opinion. I'm sorry. My personal opinion on that. I just feel like Kimmy, I think Kimmy could probably be a safer space for Tisha than what she is. Hey, Butterflii, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks. Sorry about that. I don't know what the heck happened. I'm kind of Kimmy kind of got me real like a little upset because at the end of the day, she's the one who brought this bone back, and I still need clarification on exactly how she brought this bone back to Latisha, because I'm having a hard time understanding how she felt like Destiny expressing how Tisha made her feel or makes her feel within the friendship is Destiny making fun of her. So right. I'm just so confused. And why at no point did Kimmy stressed that, no, I don't think she was making fun of you, but she was just expressing how she's been feeling throughout, these last little laps of the friendship. I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm just so lost.
That. Yeah, I'm lost on that as well. But I want to let's look back 2 episodes ago and let's watch the conversation between Kimmy and Destiny. And I want you to watch body language. I want you to watch the smile. the movement. I want you to watch it all because I believe all together this kind of makes the reason as to why I believe that Kimmy should hold some liability or should hold some type of responsibility in what happened in the with the demise of these two in their relationship. Let's go.
You and T are cool. T just be, I don't know, she be having like friendship Tourette's or something.
Now, did y'all see that? I'm gonna do this one more time so y'all can see it. This is Kimmy asked the question. Now you and T are cool, right? This is what she asked Destiny. But in the midst of asking it, watch what Kimmy does, which is kind of insightful. I'll put that way.
You and T are cool. T just be, I don't know, she be having like friendship Tourette's or something. It's just like, I'm mad at you.
Now, if Destiny was laughing, so was Kimmy.
The most.
So what do you think about that, Butterfly? Now that we just went back a little bit in time to see that. So was Kimmy really being an honest friend? Is she someone you could really count on and trust if she would come back to you and not tell her part of what exactly happened?
Right, because she definitely burst out laughing. And so, and I think and I don't think it was a form of Destiny making fun of her more so than it was a form of Destiny expressing her experience with Tisha right now in this moment.
Hey, misbehaving. I agree. She said Kimmy is messy.
Kimmy is messy.
Definitely messy. And with her saying she doesn't she said, I believe that Kimmy is a safe space for me. My eyebrows kind of raised. I'm like, I'm not sure if she is, because why would she come back and try to stir and instigate an issue between you and Destiny, knowing you guys are cool? Because you just said at the table at the title office, hey, you and T are cool, right? But I'm supposed to start some shit so y'all won't be cool. Lord forgive me, it's Sunday. But that's what it seems like she did.
That's what it was giving. Yeah. That was real messy. And like I said, I don't know what was the purpose of that bone, because that is a question that Kimmy asked. And I wonder if Kimmy even brought that to it in that form. Well, I did ask her if y'all was good, and this is what she had to say. Because the way Tisha's bringing it, as if Destiny just sat down with Kimmy to talk about her.
Right.
And I'm not understanding. Yeah. It's making it seem like Destiny brought Tisha up or brought the subject up. And we just seen that Kimmy was the one who asked. So I don't know if Kimmy brought it back to Tisha in that form.
Right.
I don't understand how Tisha brought it up.
But listen what Miss Behaving just said. She said she started the mess between Tisha and Kiki.
Yeah, she did bring back that bone too.
I'm telling you.
She did.
Okay.
She did bring back that bone too.
I don't know how much of a safety net Kimmy is for this group, for Tisha. And I think Tisha, and I hate to use the word vulnerable or easily manipulated, but I think that Tisha is fragile, and I believe she's easily hurt. I believe her feelings are easily hurt. Marsau is a big influence on her, and I think Kimmy is as well, just based on what we've seen. I'm telling you, it's just too much. It's too much. You said, Kimmy didn't get any cool points for that. None at all. What? This is what the last straw was. That's not talking about her to people. Yeah, Kimmy was being very messy. Definitely being messy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely being messy. So
salutations, everyone. Sorry I didn't get a chance to speak. Salutations, everyone.
Speak to everybody. Misbehaving, thank you and welcome to the live. Aisha, the designer, welcome and thanks for coming into the live. You got to be kidding me. Thank you. Living for me. Thank you. Let's see who. Queen Script, girl. Love you, love you, love you. Thanks for coming into the live today. And that's me, AD. I appreciate all of you guys for coming in, and I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I think this topic is a hot topic, and I thought it needed to be discussed before it got cold. I think that the issue that Tisha is addressing is probably an issue that a lot of women probably get caught up with in friend groups. And it's easy to get caught up that way. I believe we have to be very, very conscious of who we have in our circle and how we are addressing people in our friend group. Now, I'm one, I could stay in a friend group and not speak to another person in the group. I can be cordial, but I ain't gonna never forget what you've done. That's just how I operate. But I believe that in friend groups, you do have people who, like Tisha, maybe holding on to things and building up until they explode. I believe, again, that Tisha has other people playing in her ears, and then she has just gotten to the point where, okay, I'm mad, and everybody gonna get this. Everybody gonna get this work. And it is just what it is. Next, we go to I guess it's the after Kimmy and Tisha sit down, the next scene is actually the drag queens scene where they go to the drag. I guess it's a club. I didn't see nobody in there, but Latisha and her friends and the women from the show. That's the only people I saw in the drag queen show. So let's go on in here and let's get it going, I guess. Butterfly, you ready?
Yeah. This. Wait, go ahead.
Let's do it. Let's pop it off. Let's start it. Let's see. Let's do it with her walking
Into a drag show?
I have not. I've watched a lot of it. I haven't. So I invited all the ladies. We're all meeting up to go to this drag show, my first drag show. It's called Sad Brunch. And I'm just hoping we can have fun, dance, chop it up, and just have fun like we can have fun. But I don't know. With these girls, it's just, you just never know.
Okay, so setting the scene there. We're gonna stop it every few minutes because we're invoking fair use, y'all. So this is just what we got to do, just so we can keep the channel clean and clear. All right. All the Unity said, "Hi, Butterfly, Lady Row, and Chad. Hope all is well with you."
Salutations.
Yes. So of course, Trisha has shown up early, and she is there getting everything together, finding out all the ins and outs. Believe it or not, it looks like they're in a schoolhouse to me. I don't know, but it looks like a school. Look like the high school I went to. Be honest with you, they have those big cinder block doors, and it look like it's just a little area inside this school or gymnasium. So I'm not sure what they had going on, child. I'm not sure, but right now Kimmy's walking in. Let's go.
How are you?
We're having a drag show, honey.
Okay.
Have you been to a drag show?
I have not.
Okay. Drag shows are 100% full participation. So if you like what you see, you gotta. Do y'all have dollars? Did y'all bring your dollar bills for the show? If not, we have some for you. Well, if you like what you see, you throw the queen a dollar. If you don't like it, give them two so they get better.
Oh, that's how that works.
That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's celebrating you.
I've never been to a drag show, and so, child.
I went to one in Jacksonville, Florida, but I'll save that for after we finish this clip. Girl. I've been to one.
He said, "Fun fact. That's my old middle school. It used to be called Stone Middle School. I knew it was a school. Just looking at them hallways. And when Destiny got lost last night, I kept saying, that looks like a school. That looks like she's going out the school cafeteria." I think it was a convention center. Living for me, you're wrong. It was a school. Girl, that's me, AD. That's why it's good to have people that know all about Huntsville. That's me, AD, know all about it. Let's get on back into this so we can get on to the good part.
Beginnings today. I was telling her we always celebrate something.
You know, beginnings, we're doing an alter ego type thing, you know. What's the new beginnings? You want to tell me? Trisha said, let's link up. We're doing a whole alter ego thing. And truth be told, I don't know what we're getting into. I don't know what we're getting into.
Y'all grab a drink. I'm going to go grab the queens, and I'll be back.
Hi. Hello.
So, child, now Sharon has walked in, which is It's Trisha's friend now. I think we done seen her in this cat suit more than once. And I hope these not the same day that they filmed all of this. But I think we've seen her in this cat suit with this hair and this thing around her neck. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, baby. Don't you have something else in your closet that you could throw on besides this cat suit? But moving forward, let's go.
This is what happens, Sherry. Oh, nice. From you. Yeah. Hi, darling. How are you? How are you? Tell me, how low did you go? So this party is really getting started. I am super excited to have my girls, Tanganyika, Tamika, Tracy, and Rebecca. So I don't know. I'm just ready to get this thing popping. I'm Kimmy. Yes. Hi. I'm Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Nice to meet you.
Now I don't know where Trisha got these friends at, but they look a little suspect. You didn't hear that from me.
Hey, y'all come and grab y'all a drink.
Now Tisha has arrived at the actual party, so we're closer to getting it popping off. We closer than we ever been.
Host, this is a drag queen show. Oh, okay. I'm a little nervous because I was listening to what I thought was going to be some situations with this group. So I was like, ooh, I'm a little nervous.
Okay, now Sharon is already getting ready to start the mess. She's telling Tisha and Kimmy that she was getting ready because she didn't know what she was being drugged into because she heard there was some situationships going on. Now, we got a whole crew of messiness going on. And Sharon, I don't even know if she's a friend of, so I'm not sure what she call herself doing.
Who told you situation? Situation was who Tisha was mad at, who Destiny was mad at. I was like, I'm nervous to meet this group. Let's be clear, I didn't say that. Nell did.
Of course Nell did. Destiny like, oh my God, I ain't going to nothing because Latisha is mad at me right now. Latisha.
Now here's the game of telephone. Let's go.
And tell her why, and she want to know how I feel about it. I'm like, Destiny, I really don't want to get into it.
Listen, I'm not mad at anyone. I'm good with everybody.
Y'all heard that right. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm good with everybody. This is Latisha Scott who just said that. Now Destiny's entering the room.
Well, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Good. How are you? There's no need for us to hug and touch. And then she gives me the.
So Destiny reaches, we done lost Butterflii again. Destiny reaches over to her. They're speaking to everybody. She reaches over to hug Tisha, and Tisha pretty much avoids the hug. She kind of dips on her and doesn't really hug her back. She keeps both hands to her side. I believe one hand's holding a drink, the other one's to her side, but she does not hug Destiny back.
With all her hair in my face. Like, you could have kept that.
Ladies. Oh, here's our host.
Welcome, baby. If you are ready for some drag, make some.
Now, I thought most drag queens be cute now, be dressed cute. I don't know what they got going on over here because I don't know what that was about, what they doing or nothing. I don't know nothing about what's going on. But child, the drag queens have stepped to the stage. I want to fast forward it just a little bit. Butterflii, you there?
I'm here, girl. I don't know what is going on with my technicals today, but I keep getting thrown out.
It's Sunday, and you don't normally come up here on Sunday. That's what that is.
Is that what it is?
It was a bad.
Let me see. I want to get to the good part.
Feel like they just making stuff up.
So I'm gonna fast forward past the Ken and Trisha and the fact that Ken and Trisha been stepping out and she done spin the block. All of that's irrelevant. All of it's irrelevant. You said Sharon trying to secure her spot for next season, trying to bring the mess. She is, because why was she in a scene with Neil and Trisha? I think that's weird. Also, she making her stance be known. Exactly. Tisha let it be known when Destiny came in, although she just said, I ain't got a problem with nobody. I said it loudly so y'all could know that it was Tisha that said, I ain't got a problem with nobody. But when Destiny comes in and Destiny hugs everybody, Tisha keeps both hands to her side, doesn't hug her back, and then makes a complaint that Destiny got a hair in her face. When you hurt those Libras, they hold a grudge forever. Oh, is that what it is, Aisha? I didn't realize that she was a Libra. That makes a lot of sense too. Because Tisha cannot let it go. And that makes a lot of sense. I didn't realize Libras were, that she was a Libra. Well, this one had an exception. You said, in Sad Baby Doll's voice, we being heathens today. That's why. You're right about that. That's a lie. She clearly got a problem with Destiny. You got to be kidding me. She definitely does. Tisha hold on to grudges. Indeed, she has a hard time letting things go. Even with that girl over there, she had a hard time letting things go with her, and rightfully so, because that girl over there kept doing shit to her too. But let's go forward.
Coming up on 11.
We're gonna skip past all the commercials. Here we go.
Yeah. Talking about recently.
Okay.
I feel like we can. When we got that's a yes or no. That's a yes or no.
Now Sharon was trying to save Trisha right here when Tisha asked her about her relationship business. Sharon said, "Baby, that's a yes or no." But Trisha wanted to explain, and she went on and explained it. But I think she should have stuck with the yes or no. Let me see.
Because the people be in them DMs like that.
We don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
Child, if y'all like it.
On up because of some issue her and Tisha.
Okay, we're here. We're at the spot. Let's go. You said that does make sense. My cousin's best friend is a Libra and she is a needy friend, LOL, but she knows it. And I think that's it. When you know your weak spots, it's easier to address those. I've already told y'all what my sign is, and one of the things that I do, I know I can take it too far. So before I take it too far, I try to dial myself back, scale it back, and go in another direction, because I know I can be that one that kind of like Destiny did. I can take it too far. I know I can. Let's go.
I thought that was squash. I thought everything was peaches and gravy.
I did too until she brought it up to me.
She has no reason to be upset with me.
She said she don't know why you mad at her.
Destiny was making jokes about me and her and Kimmy laughing about it. And that's not funny to me. Don't try to humiliate me or make jokes about me as your humor.
It wasn't necessarily a joke. She was being sincere in regards to how she felt about y'all's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she felt like one day.
Butterfly, step on in here anytime, honey, because this is where I want your expertise.
Okay, well, I'm glad Kimmy explained it, because I was confused on how Kimmy brought it back to her. And what is really her and Latisha, she's saying you and Kimmy, but she only has the smoke for Destiny. So that's kind of hurting her. If you're saying out your own mouth that it was her and Kimmy laughing, why is the smoke only for Destiny?
That part. Yeah, I'm with you right there. And that was my thing last night. Because she did say, you and Kimmy was laughing and but it's with the anger is definitely shifted towards Destiny and Destiny alone.
Right.
Okay. And then one day there may be some comment or issue that kind of makes it topsy-turvy.
But to me, speaking badly about me and a joking.
But it wasn't like badly. I don't think it was bad.
What did you say?
So Destiny phrased it as friendship. Friendship. We get together and
Why
it's
did
like,
they cut that out? Why did they bleep that out?
Tourette's can
I
be
was confused.
it could be politically incorrect. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have those politically correct terms? It could be just like the R word when it comes to mental illness is politically incorrect. Same way with
But
saying,
Tourette's is an actual diagnosis. So okay. And I'm not gonna
and
die on this hill. Go
you know,
ahead.
mental R word used to be a real diagnosis too. You know that, right? So I think just to
Yeah.
keep from being hurtful to anybody, the best bet is just to probably bleep it out. That's just what I think. You got to be kidding me, said, and we cuss each other out from time to time about it, but we both know I always help her with it and hold her accountable when she be on that BS period. Are you talking about your friend? Child. And me. Let's go on.
Let me know. I love having
So we got some more commercials. We fit scroll all the way through. Let's go.
That's different.
Let's go. I don't want to call y'all. Forgive me. Here we go.
Me speaking badly about me in a joking manner.
But I don't think it was
What
bad.
did y'all say?
So Destiny phrased it as friendship. Friendship. We get together and it's like, we're having dinner.
No, that's not true. We're good. And then you say something that's disrespectful or rude and you laugh about it. I'm going to call you out.
Do you feel like you owe her no?
But let's call Tisha. Come to the stage. Come to the stage. Tisha, you say little slick things too. And we're gonna call out we're gonna call out Destiny slick stuff. We gotta call out your slick stuff. You'll be saying rude things and you'll be saying things that are disrespectful. So we got to go both ways. That's how friendship is. It's we feel like in friendships, we do a lot of giving, but friendship is a lot of giving and taking. And we feel like sometimes we doing all the giving and they doing all the taking. And a friend feel the exact same way we feel. It's a lot of giving and taking. You can't get smart with somebody else, and then when they get smart back at you, it becomes a problem. Misbehaving says anybody state they've placed me in the don't trust that HOE box category has no grounds to be mad at me. And I'm right there with you, Misbehaving, because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair for you, number one, to put her in a box and consider her a friend. You already, when you said that at that moment, you changed the trajectory of your friendship. Butterfly, you can step in here at any moment and save me.
No, you're fine. And I absolutely agree with you and Misbehaving. You can't call her out her name. Mind you, she's in the midst of being called a so-called hoe because she is not married, she is single, and she is dating. So you can't be so sensitive when you're around here. Hey, Misbehaving, throwing around disrespectful comments yourself. Like, come on, Tisha. Come on, babe.
That's it. So when you start, if you use that as your defense for the reason why you're upset with me, that's not a reason to be upset with me because you already done called me. What she say? I put her in that hole over there box. Is that what it was? I forgot exactly the term.
Don't trust. Don't trust that hoe box. Yeah.
Don't trust that hoe. Yeah. So when you do that, you've already labeled her, number one, as a garden tool, and number two, this is supposed to be your friend, and now you've changed the trajectory of our friendship where you may have thought it was fun or funny, and I didn't find it funny. See what I'm saying? It can't go for Tisha and not go for Destiny. That's just fairness, right? Y'all tell me.
It is fairness.
If y'all think
it is fairness. And you can't throw, because that was a low blow and it was slick shade and you know it. And so the now backpedal, and what I don't like what Tisha is doing is the gaslighting. Don't backpedal and say, oh, it was just a joke. It was an offensive joke. Whether you was joking or not, it was offensive to me. And I don't think you ever really acknowledged that, ever, while you're holding on to things that are not making sense. But we'll get there.
Right. Let's see, Ollie Unity said Tisha's one of those friends you got to tiptoe around, and those type of friends are too high maintenance, just too much. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want a friend in my circle that I have to tiptoe around, because whatever you do for me, I'm gonna do for you. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Oh, Sheila.
That's it, baby. I can't be your friend no more. If I got to do the tiptoeing, and I actually did have a friendship like that, and I had to let that go because, baby, you're not gonna be able to sit around and tell me what you want to tell me whenever you want to feel like telling me, and then when I got something to say to you, it's a problem, baby. I'm not doing it. See you later. Nice to know you.
Exactly. Exactly. For
Ain't
me,
doing
said
it.
most females would have went to throwing hands. They would. A lot would. I ain't gonna say the group I ran, we probably would cuss you out because I don't hang with girls that want to so ready to
I was
fight.
about to say, as soon as you called me a HOE out, you would have been all type of BITCHs all up and through. So listen, listen. And y'all know your butterfly love to cuss, so don't get me started.
Right. That's me. That's why I said I when you know what those buttons that pushes you to a level, you're more apt to change your trajectory and not go those directions. And I believe that because I'm like I said, I'm one of those people that I take it too far. I don't have no in between. I'm either cold or I'm all the way hot. That's just how I am. And once I get there, I'm there, and I don't have no filter. Piss me off and then tell me how mad to get. You can't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. And that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You got to be kidding me. Said, you call me y'all for and said,
I am the same way.
That's not my friend. Exactly. She's not. Feel Good said, what is Destiny going to think about the Fletcher family calling her a whore? I'm sure she got something to say about that too. Destiny also said if anybody paid attention when she sat down with Latisha and they talked about the HOE word or the WHORE word, she said, I have worked really hard to clear my name. And to hear my friend call me that is hurtful. She told Tisha that. So we're not gonna throw the Fletchers in up under the bus as though that somehow or another changes the trajectory. It does not. When the Fletchers is one group of people, but when my friend, this so-called girl I've been kicking it with, is calling me out my name, now we got a problem because, girl, you know what I done went through. You know exactly what I've gone through. No, we ain't gonna change. We're not gonna flip-flop and belly up around her here. Tisha kept trying to avoid the garden tool statement as much as possible. Well, the way it flew out of her mouth, I don't know if she was avoiding it. Because when they were sitting at the table in episode, was it 2 or 3? And she just let it fly out. I was like, I don't think that's what you want to do. At least not a friend of mine would have done that. You're right. Because they are friends. People will say, see, her friend even said it. Exactly. Because you are, believe it or not, you are the company you keep. Just tell me how you feel. I can take it. I'm the same way. Never thought the friendship was a good idea. Ooh, Queen Script. Really. You see, well, I'm a street thug. Girl, no, you're not. Stop saying it. Hey, number one Buttercup. Hey, I don't know where Butterfly went, but she should be right back. She's having problems with her technology today. Let's get on back over here and hear a little bit more.
No. Her feelings way too many times at this point.
She's funny to me because she's never apologized for my feelings. And Daphne has been through a lot.
Okay, Tisha said Daphne never apologized for her feelings. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I really went to look to see if I could find. In fact, I'm going to do after I leave here, go see if I can look and find where Tisha has apologized to Destiny. Destiny has apologized to Tisha, but I'm not so sure that Tisha apologizes for anything that she does. Like I said, there's no way Tisha can say something and not expect that someone else would say the same thing and it not have any type of recourse. I guess is the word I want to use. Aliunti said, how can the Fletchers call Destiny a garden tool and her son Lance out there on the streets? Girl, the son, the daughter, the son. The whole family. I don't know what them Fletchers got going on, but it's mighty strange. I tell you the connections Destiny has and Latisha having bad energy with Martell, it was bound to crash. You're right about that, Queen Script. Hey, Pretty Riri speaks. Thanks for joining. Tisha has yet to give a reason for the ill she's feeling towards Destiny. Destiny has apologized to Norville. I believe she has apologized, and I believe we've heard it. Hey, number one Buttercup. And so, Butterfly, you there again?
Yes, I'm sorry. Salutations, everyone. Hey. Pretty girl Riri, number one Buttercup. Anybody else I missed? Hey. Yeah, I think see, I'm gonna get into it because as given what I said already, Latisha's holding on is misdirected anger. And Tisha's holding on to things that happened to her in the past that has nothing to do with Destiny, because she even said it reminds me of when I was a teenager and they used to pick on me in X, Y, and Z. And that's where I feel like partial of the energy. I don't think all of the energy is just simply coming from that. I do feel like somebody was in Tisha's ear. I do feel like somebody was making Tisha feel like Destiny wasn't a friend, when I don't like Tisha gives me easily influenced and easily swayed. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it's a mess. It's all over the place. And I'm really trying to gather this, because as y'all know, I like Latisha and Destiny, but I'm gonna have to be honest. In this specific situation, I'm not understanding where Tisha's coming from at all. At all. Whatsoever. And it's giving these other influences in Tisha's ear to make her look at Destiny that way. And I don't find that cool at all.
Number one Buttercup says, I think Marcel's opinion of Destiny has influenced Tisha's behavior towards Destiny.
Exactly. That's how I feel, number one Buttercup too. Because there's something that Destiny said where she said, I wasn't there when you broke down in the driveway. So there's some things that Latisha is going through, and she shared. That's why I feel like we'll get into it. Go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Go ahead, though.
Move on a little further.
The past couple of years, and I have sat with her on the phone, listened to her complain over again. I was never heard the one time.
I've sat on the phone and listened to her complain over and over again. That's a lot for a friend to say about another friend. Now, I would tell you, I got some friends that call me and child, I get tired of listening to them complain, but I would never say it out loud. I would not. I will hold it under my breath and take it on to the grave with me. But I'm gonna tell you, I got a cousin that she called me and baby, she unloads. I just listen, because at the end of the conversation, I love you, cuz I hope it get better. That sometimes you just gotta be that. Some people need a listening ear or a therapist couch, one or the other.
Yeah, some people do just want somebody to listen and not necessarily give them any advice. And it's a balancing act, and you got to figure that out. You got to figure out when your friend just needs you to be a listening ear compared to when your friend might need your advice. And I think it was low of Latisha to even say that in the way that she said it too. It's like Latisha if she's not realizing she's throwing a lot of in low blows or things that are hurtful. To hear somebody who you claim was a friend that you're a friend to, but these are the words that you're using to describe the friendship. That's not a good feeling at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the next thing too, Butterfly, I want you to read number one Buttercup, what she just put. She said it's Marceau. He did the same with Stormy. And I think so too. I think he kind of ruins her.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I said that a while ago. I'm starting when the tension first arrived between Destiny and Latisha, I've been saying, and then I told you I had dialed back, and I'm watching how Marceau handles the conversations when it comes to Destiny. And even prior to that, when Carlos King had that nightcap with Carlos King, and he was individually inviting him up there, and him and Marceau, they Destiny situation came up, and I thought a lot of the things that Marceau had said out of his mouth about Destiny was really distasteful, and it kind of led me to. That's what's leading me to believe that this all has to do with Marceau and not wanting Tisha to have solid people around. See, with Kimmy, he don't mind Kimmy because he know Kimmy's married to the brother, so he know that Kimmy's just going, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be that. The sister-in-law, she's going to know how to handle. I'm getting the feeling that Marcel don't want nobody around Latisha that will help Latisha see things for how they need to be seen. And Destiny gives me that. Like I said, I need to know what she broke down in the driveway about, because it has to have something to do with Marcel. And what I get a feeling from is anybody that tries to give Latisha encouragement or uplift her or help her put herself in a better position, and Marcel don't want them nowhere around Latisha.
That's
and
true.
it draws back to what Martel was saying about Marceau feels like he got a dummy. He know he got a dummy, and he don't want nobody to mess that up.
Right. Y'all in unity, Marcel has a lot of impact on Tisha's friendship. If Marcel is not fond of him, Tisha will create a problem with him. I'm gonna tell you this: my ex-husband was like that. He told me that I was the only friend he needed. That he was the only friend I needed. I'm sorry, and he went out of his way to try to ruin every friendship I had. When I say went out his way, I'm like, dude, I knew them before I knew you. You gonna be hitting the road in a few minutes. And that's exactly what happened. Went out his way. And let's say my friend said, let's go to lunch. We go to lunch. And why'd you go to lunch with her? I'm your buddy. I'm your friend. I thought, there's no way I come home to you. I sleep with you. This is my friend from high school. We just go eat and we have a good kiki and talk about stuff. But men will do that. I totally agree.
Yeah. Absolutely, all in unity. All in unity. That's what I'm saying. I definitely feel like he don't want her around strong women, because that will empower her to be a little bit more strong, especially when he's gaslighting her. Yeah.
And Marcel is still friends with LeBerry. Okay, now we getting into something there. Yes, Butterfly, that's exactly the feeling I'm getting. Yes, Butterfly. I think about some men, when your friends start a relationship, they want the woman to themselves. It is up to you to fight for your life. It is. It definitely is. It definitely is. Let's go on and move forward.
Had the chance to beat up with me. She was not. So she can have her.
When Pinky died, driving, holding you while you was crying.
The one time.
Was I not in your driveway holding you while you were breaking down crying?
That's different.
That's a lie, Tisha.
But y'all, we can't do that, because if I point out I was there for you this time, you cannot void it. You can't use your magic eraser and erase it, because it does not erase the fact that she was there for you. Tisha, when did you need Destiny and she wasn't there? Give specifics, and then we can move on. But she just brought out an example and you tried to minimize it. That is something I do not like. Do not minimize when someone has been there for you. That is one of those things that pisses me off. It does. Because I'm married to one. I'd be like, I did so and so. I'd be like, you didn't do it. I did it. But if something happens with him, girl, all earth has to stop, which is what most men do. That is why I do not play those games. I don't play those games.
I'm with you, Lady Ro. I need Latisha to be specific on when she wasn't there for her at the time she needed her the most, and then to try to equate when Destiny was telling her, I have been there for you, to say that's different. No, it's not different. It's not different. She was there for you.
Right.
Like, girl, what are we talking? No. Tisha is all the way Delulu in this situation.
Right. That was a hard time in your life, and I was here for you. Why would you say that was different? That's the same way that you tried to excuse that hoe comment, because you said that was just a figure of speech. It all equates to the same mess. It all equates to hypocrisy and the same. Let's move forward, because I'm getting a little bit teed off with that. Don't minimize nothing that anybody does for you, because no one has to do a darn thing for you. No one does. People, when that's something I try to preach to my kids. Be grateful for what anyone does, because no one has to do anything for you. Girl, come on.
Tisha forgets stuff that did happen, and she remembers stuff that didn't happen. The Lulu, or you tell me.
One time when you had to defend me with a group of people that's talking badly about me, Nail, Martell.
You and Martell been fighting way before.
Let's stop this. She said the one time when you had to defend me and people were talking bad about me, and she said, when was that? And she named off Nail and Martell, right? Let's go there. Let's stop. Let's start at the nail because I think that'll be a lighter one than the Martell. The Martell is a little deep. Hey Nettie, welcome to the live. With the Martell, I mean with the nail situation, I believe that was light work. I believe it was light work. I believe that the very fact that Latisha went over, because if you remember, this whole incident with nails started when Latisha was a little bit, had been sipping on the cut waters and had walked over to Chris and you got up in his face. That's how it initially started. Then it went from there to Destiny going back and saying that Nell told her that Latisha needs to mind her own business and stay out of her family situation because we see that Nell's family is a mess. But let's move it forward. That's light work. They had their falling out. Destiny tried to soothe it over. It didn't work on either one of their part. She didn't want to hear what Latisha had to say. Now let's move over to the Martell situation. Now, I don't know if anybody else was watching it. Butterflii, you go ahead and talk. I want to pull up something real quick. Talk about her and Nell real quick.
What did she need Latisha to defend her on? Like I said, that Nell situation pissed me off too because Nell wouldn't stand in what she actually said to Destiny. And here's where I feel like Destiny messed up. She should have never even brought it back to Nell where she got the information from. And she should have never brought that back to Latisha. Now, where I feel like I guess I can somewhere see where Latisha's coming from, where she said she didn't defend me against Nell, is when Nell absolutely denied the fact that homeboy flew out of there for that baby. That was a whole lie, and no, it was a lie. And the fact that she didn't even stand 10 toes down on what she said to Destiny pisses me off because. And I think that's where Latisha's like, well, why you didn't defend me? And I just don't know what type of loyalty Latisha's looking for Destiny to give her. She was honest with her, what Nell said. Nell was the one that wasn't honest on what she said and didn't stand 10 toes down on what she said. So why is that Destiny's fault?
Exactly. And that's where I kind of get this kind of leery of this whole conversation about you wanting Destiny to stand 10 toes down regarding Nell for you. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't because you guys are friends, but Destiny also said she was friends with Nell. And I think that sometimes as friends, we get caught up in the middle of the mess unintentionally. Lord forgive me, unintentionally get caught up in mess. And with doing so, that mess just kind of blows up in our face. Now, she also mentioned, you said Pete confirmed Destiny and everything she can't talk to anyone else about. I agree with that, living for me. I believe that as well. I believe she has. I really think has made a mountain out of a molehill, and I, for one, can't figure out where the problem originated. None of us can, because we really don't know. Like, it's not a clear reason what the problem is. Tisha really jealous and wants to be the star? I'm not sure if she wants to.
I don't get that.
Yeah,
I don't get that at all.
I think this is really a bad misunderstanding. I'm confused as to why she's angry with Destiny. I just want to get pulled. Oh, Miss Baby said I got to pull over. Okay. I appreciate it. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat in case you want to come up. She better talk to her husband about that Martell situation, point blank and period. I agree with that. Hey, Lady Rowe, how can she blame Destiny for Martell not liking her and Martell showing up at the restaurant, etc.? Wait a minute. She said, how can she blame Destiny for Martell not liking her and Martell showing up at the restaurant, etc.? Tisha is being petty. I totally agree with that. Hold her husband accountable, or is Tisha really mad for real? Ooh, Nettie, now that's a good question. But I want y'all to look at this real quick. I pulled this up for a reason, and I need to drop the link in the chat at the same time. I want y'all to see this because I think this is worth the mention. Now, Tisha just said that when Destiny had the opportunity to defend her, she gave up two things. She said Martell, with the situation with Nell and Martell. Now, this is the situation with Martell. Okay, they're at the picnic table. Who was sitting behind her? It's not Destiny. Who's sitting behind Tisha? Somebody tell me.
That darn husband of hers.
Okay, that's what should be protecting you. That man that said I do, he said through sickness and health, and all the other things, I cherish, honor, and protect. I believe is a part of those vows. And protecting means standing up for me when someone is tearing me down, when someone is up under my dress and they shouldn't be up under my dress. That's what protection looks like to me. I'm sorry, Butterfly, you talking?
No, baby. That's when people outside blasting their damn music, driving down the street. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine. I thought you were saying so. I didn't want to overtalk you. I really feel like she missed the mark because your protection when your husband is present should not be your friend. It should be your husband. I'm gonna tell you this: if I am in a group setting and my husband is there, and one of his friends decide they want to check me, guess what my husband is gonna do? I don't care what nobody say, and I don't care how we may argue in the car on the way over there. That man that is 6'4" is gonna stand in front of me and defend me if he have to knock somebody down, and that much I do know. That much I do know. So why you expect for your friend? I don't ever expect my friend to have my back when my husband is present. Never. Let me step off my soapbox. Butterfly, go ahead. Tisha.
See, and the problem with this scene, I'm glad you brought this scene back up. The problem I have with Latisha using this as an example of Destiny not standing up for her. Marceau is the one that opened that can of worms. Marceau is the one that got the energy out of Martell that she is claiming that Destiny did. Destiny asked the question. She asked how could Marceau and Martell work out their differences. Marceau decided to do the okie doke, and thus your husband is the one that got you kind of dragged because Marceau, with his attitude and the way he addressed Martell, is the reason why Martell just lost it. So how are you blaming Destiny for that? Once again, this is something that your husband created because of how he reacted to Martell and what Martell was saying.
That part. You were just collateral damage. You literally with Tisha, and that doesn't excuse what Martell did because Martell was he was
out of line. He was definitely out of line because Ariana is not his wife.
Was not his wife.
So him being upset about what Marceau said about Ariana, that's not a good reason to come after Latisha. And Marceau did not handle that in a protective husband way. I don't care what nobody say.
At all.
I'm sorry. Love you down, Tisha, but that's the facts.
He missed the mark. Marceau should have, even if he did not fight Martell, he should have stood up and said, now you don't went too far, goddammit. Now you don't went too far. This is my wife. And I'm not going to let you talk about her like that. I'm not going to let you disrespect her because disrespect can go both ways. And whatever that looked like, it just looked like that. But for you to sit at the picnic table, rubbing Tisha's shoulders and shrugging it off because you are better than that is some bullshit. I'm sorry. I said it. I'll take it back. Before I take it back, I'll add more to it. You rubbing on her shoulders and excusing it as though it is nothing was some straight up bullshit. It just
was.
You owe it to that woman who has given birth to 3 of your children, has let you pound up inside her whenever she felt like it to protect her, and you failed her miserably. Marceau, you failed her miserably. And I don't know if Martell came to the dinner. I'm sorry, let me calm down. I don't know if he came to that lunch to apologize. I would hope he did. But Tisha said, I can't talk to this guy unless my husband's present. For what? The MF didn't defend you the first time. What are you talking about? What are you getting present for? He's not going to do nothing but rub your shoulders while this man talk about you up under your clothes. Why this man said you was in the back of a Buick. Why this man said you done slept around with all the girls at all the boys at the college. What is Marceau gonna do? Come on, Marceau, and I love Tisha, but he gonna have to do better about his wife. You making your wife the laughing stock of this show, regardless of what anybody say.
He is and has been for a very long time, and I'm just irritated because I feel like Latisha is irritated with that husband, and she don't know how to go about. I don't know. I'm just so disappointed in Latisha and how she's handling Destiny. And it's giving Marceau has influenced her to look at Destiny as if Destiny really wasn't being a friend, because Marceau don't want Latisha around nobody that got a good enough sense to see through him and his BS. And that's just what I've taken from it. Marceau has definitely been in Latisha's ear trying to convince her that Destiny ain't her friend. And I feel like that he wants to convince Latisha of that is because Destiny is somebody else that sees through Marceau and his boo lang lang.
That's it. Or maybe he thinks that Destiny knows the secrets. Maybe he thinks that Destiny knows where the bones are buried. I don't know.
Period, because she's friends with Martell. Once again, they're all blaming Destiny for being friends with Martell, but she knew Martell before she knew any of them. So I don't understand why they would think that Destiny would cut off somebody that she actually grew up with. Their parents used to date. They known each other since high school. What are we like? What are we not? I have not one time ever seen Destiny sit in Martell's face and not correct him when she felt like he was out of pocket. And that's the most she could do, because Martell's a grown man. Destiny is not his mother. Destiny did not raise him. Destiny's not responsible for what Martell does.
At all.
Period.
At all. Because I don't think anyone can stop Martell from doing what Martell wants to do. Guess what? He was married to a whole wife and he had a whole side piece, and she done begged him to stop. This man, she told us, what did he have? A meniscus tear, and he had surgery. She said he crawled up the stairs all the way to the second floor to go up under the kitchen sink and get his spare track phone to call his side piece. She couldn't even stop him from cheating. But you expect Destiny to stop Martell from getting on your ass and getting on the Marceau ass. It ain't gonna happen. You cannot expect a woman to defend you where your husband won't defend you. That's just all I got to say about that part. You got on this picture, we got a whole man sitting behind you who vowed to protect you, who has dropped the ball. And up here, number one, Buttercup said that, and I'm going to repeat it, Marceau is a lot of the reason Tisha be out here looking crazy. The cult's talking points about Tisha come from Marceau's actions towards her.
Absolutely. They do. And another thing I didn't like about this situation right here is any other time Marceau telling Tisha, no, I got this. I'll handle this. Why he didn't step up when Latisha got up to go back and forth with Martell? That's the time he needed to tell his wife, no, I got this. But he didn't do that.
Right.
He didn't do that. Right. He let her go back and forth. He let Martell get so close to Latisha, he was standing over her. Make that make sense.
Make that make sense. He should have never got that close to his wife. Never got that close to his wife. What was your reason for allowing a man to stand over you? And then when Nell says, oh, she was up in the face of Chris Fletcher, child, she wasn't nowhere near to Chris the way that Martell was in Tisha's face. And he was in his, I'm sure that during when Martell
you told her to go address your husband. So that's I never miss me with that. You told her to go address your husband. So that's what she did. I still don't get why everybody was upset about that when they'll tell her that's who she needed to go address when Tisha brought it to the wife. So girl, anywho.
I think she's miserable because she feels stuck trying to prove the world wrong by staying in that marriage. I'm not sure what it is, but I tell you this, it's not a good look for her. It's not a good look for Tisha. And the very fact that she's trying to lay, because I want us to stay in the mind frame of what we're talking about, which is Destiny. She wants Destiny to defend her when her own husband didn't defend her. We want to stay on task, but also remember what has happened in the past. You have a husband who has left you out here pretty much alone. When that lady over there that be on TikTok, when she said, go down there to the bar at 4:00 in the morning and put the kids in the back seat and go down there and see what your husband doing. When you went to him to address it with tears in your eyes, this man did very little to console you. I will never forget that, because I think the one thing,
not only that,
when his woman is crying, he should protect her. Go ahead, Butterfly. I'm shutting up. Go ahead.
Not only that time, but the other time when it came to came to pass that him and Fletcher went down to that Atlanta, and he tried to say he was with Fletcher, and Fletcher said no, he wasn't.
That's true.
That's another time. It's like, come on, girl, come on. I mean, then went to Africa without telling you. I don't even know why you allowed that to be a storyline on the show, because these are things that Marceau has done that has made people feel like and look like that the expectations that you have from other people that you need to have for the man that, like said, took vows to love and protect you, because that's not what he has done on the show at all. And then on numerous occasions that he needed to have your back when he had somebody else's back, so much to the point where people accuse that man of wanting another woman.
Come on now.
That's how much he had that other woman's back. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Come on. That is a big problem. So much so he taking her down there to the Chick-fil-A, sitting at the table with her, consoling her after she done got into it with her own husband, and you sitting at the house. Tisha, come on. Be for real. You cannot expect Destiny to do more for you in the presence of your husband than what your own husband is supposed to do for you. You cannot expect it. And it's appalling to me that you would sit down at that table and say you had an opportunity to protect me and you didn't. It was not her job. It was not her job to protect you. That man is sitting behind you in this picture. I'm going to remove this comment so you can see this guy took a vow before God and man to protect you, and he let you down. But you want a woman who is your friend to protect. Girl, we ain't falling for the okie doke. Let's move on over to this just a little bit more.
I even knew you. Y'all been fighting for 20 years. You want to jump in the defense, you want battle that you start.
My thing is, we have a different definition of friendship and loyalty. My definition is how I act towards my friends.
Tisha, you're not throwing your body in front of no man for your friends. You're not doing that. You ain't gonna make me believe it. You're not. You're not here doing that because you're a lady. And your husband would stop you if you tried to jump in front of a man. For now, that part I do know. He was stopping. You remember you're a business owner and you have children. You're a PTA mom. Remember that story he told you when you said you was gonna go down there to the house, open the open house and act a fool. Remember he told you, remember you're a PTA mom, you have Scott Realty, you're this, you're that. He would do the same thing if you tried to jump in front of a dude and take up for a woman.
Different. That's okay. Destiny has been loyal to people who has attacked my marriage, who has attacked me as a person, as a woman. But now I can sort of kind of understand. I can see that relationship. That with Martell, no.
But this dude right here sitting behind you is buddy with the dude who attacked your marriage. Let's roll on back to the beginning of this season because we done had a couple of breaks, right? But at the beginning of the season, was Martell and Marceau playing pool at the party for Lance? Somebody, Butterflii, jump in here anytime.
Not only that, is your brother-in-law is still buddy with Marceau. You don't have a problem with Martell. You don't have a problem with Kimmy and Maurice because they're still buddy. Maurice gonna have more scenes with Martell than Lord allows this season. Are we serious right now, Latisha? Come on, girl.
Exactly. We're gonna call a thing now. I love Tisha. I love the Scott family. I believe that they are a beautiful family. But one thing I pride myself on is being honest. And this is my honest review. I believe Tisha was wrong. I believe she missed an opportunity to correct this situation with Destiny. And now you don't went too far. Again, how do you expect more from your friend than your husband? I cannot. You got to be kidding me.
See that. And at the end of the day, Martell has really gone too far. Destiny's very aware of the hurt and how I feel.
She said at the end of the day, Martell has gone too far. But how does that equate back to Destiny? Girl, you move on.
Out the throwing shade against the cheating in my marriage. She's very aware that her and I have had plenty of conversations about it.
And I've
coming from Martell, coming from Mel.
I've literally had on a damn referee outfit defending her. Literally putting my body between you and another man, Martell.
But you know what? That's not a good example. That wasn't a good example. They shouldn't have used it. And they went back and they replayed it. And Destiny does have on her referee uniform. But she shouldn't have ever had to stand between Martell because the issue was Martell was super angry and he was very aggressive. Whether or not he would have knocked her over or anything, but it was a dangerous spot to be in. But also, Destiny was smiling. So that's why it wasn't a good place to be in. I wouldn't wanted to use that example, period. In fact, everybody at the table is laughing. Everybody at the table is laughing in the scene.
So miss me with that loyalty.
That conversation.
The simple question on how him and Marcel could fix it.
Right. And you didn't even give me a heads up. You didn't call me and say, hey, Martell got a problem with y'all. And I'm about to have a field that.
I gotta tell you that again?
Yes.
Wait a minute. You didn't call and tell me that Martell got a problem with y'all. Tisha, do you hear yourself? Ain't no way you Butterfly, you can step in here anytime. I don't Destiny could have did anything that would have.
Why would Destiny be calling you to tell you that Martell has a problem with y'all when at the end of the day you knew that there was a problem? What would she be calling you to tell you? Once again, how your husband, Latisha, love you down, baby. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Your husband invited the reaction and provoked the reaction that Martell gave. Period. Your husband did that by accusing him of doing revenge P when he know god darn well there was no revenge P. See, your husband wanted to pull the okie doke and try to make it seem like homegirl was being true. He was in a very serious situation, being accused of doing revenge P when everybody, including you, knew there was no revenge P. So at the end of the day, your husband tried to display in Martell's face. So therefore, he provoked the reaction that Martell gave. Once again, you're blaming everybody else for something that your husband caused. Your husband caused that whole meltdown that Martell had. Period. If we're gonna be realistic, your husband, the way he replied to Martell and then try to play in Martell's face when everybody, including you, know that was a lie about that revenge porn. Because y'all even tried to do it at the reunion. And I didn't understand none of that nonsense. So let's keep it a buck. Come on, Tisha. I can't, baby. I love you down, and I just have to keep it a buck with you. Your husband caused that. Not Destiny, not Martell, your husband, by trying to play in Martell's face. Period.
Definitely. But here's the next thing I want to say. Keeping it a buck as well. Martell is responsible for his own actions and keeping his own self calm. Now, you allowed Marcel to trick you out your spot, and down there now who you filming with other than you film with Maurice and you can film with the Fletchers, but that's and Destiny. But Martell is really limited on who he can film with, although his name shows up in the rolling credits as producer. But child, this is too much. This is too much.
So is it fair to say you and Destiny are not as close as we all thought y'all were?
It is fair to say that. Absolutely, yeah.
If you want to follow up with them, I was supposed to die. I was on the cross.
Can you please don't say nothing else that she
Die on the cross.
Please, you started with you. I started with you.
At the wine trip.
Man, you started at the wine trip? No, you got
Okay, so Neil said that Tisha started with her at the wine trip. Butterfly, tune in here and remind me, because baby, maybe I'm confused on where this situation with her and Neil started.
It started with Neil not standing 10 toes down on what she told Destiny to tell Latisha. And Destiny went back, unfortunately, and said it word for word exactly how Neil said it. So that's the problem I have with Neil. Neil started that first conflict by not being honest on what she told Destiny. She told Destiny to go back and say that to Latisha, and she did. And when Latisha wanted to talk to her about it, Neil didn't want to be bothered. That already had Destiny looking like she was just trying to start some drama. That's what I didn't like about Neil in that particular situation. We seen it. They played it on the screen. Neil told Destiny in that very exact tone to go back and say that to Latisha. And then when it came time for Nell to answer for that, she didn't want to be bothered. So it had Destiny looking crazy. Period. So no. Nell started that mess. Your son, y'all flew out of there because y'all knew that baby was coming. It's the truth. Why was you so upset that if Destiny is Latisha's friend and Destiny Latisha's friend, Latisha was being a friend to Destiny when she was like, yeah, well, that they did fly out of here. You didn't know. So it was all about trying to throw Latisha under the bus. But once again, Latisha when it comes to Destiny, this is misplaced anger. Once again, and it all starts with Nell not sticking in her nonsense. And then we ended up with Kimmy. Well, I don't know how Kimmy brought that nonsense back, because at the end of the day, Latisha, you said it out your mouth. Like Kimmy and Destiny was laughing, but you're only mad at Destiny. That don't make sense. That don't make no sense.
None. Not only that don't make sense. Then you expect Destiny to stand up for you when your husband was right behind you, because I guess he couldn't stand. You wanted Destiny to stand. You said you understood, the situation between Nell, but you just couldn't understand why she didn't stand up for you with Martell. Misbehaving said something that I started because I want to remember. Let's be honest, although it's painful what I'm about to say, but Tisha and Marsau wouldn't be married if she hadn't gotten pregnant. Child. I'm here with you. I'm with you when you're right. And that's probably the truth, because Marsau really believes he's better than Latisha Scott. He does. Even though he's married, he definitely believes he's better.
Baby, and you know what's so crazy? I'm so glad Misbehaving said that, because I started thinking, I don't even think it was because she got pregnant, right? At the end of the day, if they had really took the time to get to know each other, because let's not forget, they got married after what, a year of knowing each other? She got pregnant after what, 6 months of knowing it? Like, they didn't have no time to get to know each other. And like you said, Lady, well, I'm gonna have to agree with you too. Marsau definitely thinks he's better than Latisha. And when he married her, he knew, and when he got into that marriage, he realized that he can control her. So that's what made him stay, and that's what made him hold on to that situation. He figured he can have his cake and eat it too, because he sees Latisha don't think outside the box for herself. And he peeped that, he picked up on it, and that is her weaknesses, and he used that to his advantage. Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you this too. I think that when he looks at her family, he sees a group of degenerates. I'm being honest. My hands in the air. I'm being honest. I think when he looks at her family, and I believe that's why he did that across the railroad tracks comment, whatever that looks like. Although his dad had been in prison, I believe he looked down his nose when it came down to Latisha and her family. I believe when he married Latisha, he realized she was a smart girl. She had it going on. She comes from a strong group of women. I think I saw somebody put that in the chat a few moments ago. And those group of women know how to stand up for themselves. The strength that she has, the education that she has, would move them forward in the world. Right? And I believe that's what boosted them forward. What I believe Marsau is, he's just hanging around for whatever comes along with it. Marsau's building houses, but we see that he's building things slowly, not meeting deadlines, not doing this, not doing that. So what does that really look like? What are you contributing to the family unit if you're not doing things on time and you're steady getting in trouble with the law or with this person or with that person? I just think it's a lot to
that. And then you take forever to build up her office that she needs to work out of, talking about the Sculpt's office was more important because that's a family business. I thought all them businesses is family businesses technically, because all that money going back into your household. So make that make sense. Marsau is an asshole. I'm sorry.
Say it again. Baby, yes, he is. Like y'all said, this is between the men, and Martell pulled her in it. And then when Marsau that's when Marsau should have stepped up as soon as Tisha came out of his mouth. Yes, I'm gonna say it again. As soon as the word Tisha came out of his mouth, Marsau should have stood up. I'm sorry. Him sitting on that table just made him so complicit to what was going on. So just, I'm okay with this. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I remember Tisha saying she wanted to move to California after college. She did. Tisha has talked about her dreams and ambitions, and Marsau has put whatever he wanted in front of whatever Latisha wanted, and that's not fair. Susie said, I totally disagree. Marsau was able to control for years. What do you What do you mean, Susie? You disagree? Because we're saying that Marcel has been controlling Tisha. We definitely agreeing with that. I thought she was back for a minute, but I was wondering the same thing. I believe she was only back for she's doing special. When you talk about Miss Wanda, I think she was just doing special appearances, I guess is what I want to say. Just doing special appearances. I think his family's better. I think his family is better than Latisha's family. He thinks his family's, I'm sorry. He thinks his family's better than Latisha's family. He does think that. Lady Rowe, you hitting the nail on the head. Marcel thinks he's better than Tisha's family in every way, number one, Buttercup. Not his son, but he feels like his family is much, much better than whatever the Moores got going on over there. I believe Marcel is checked out. I don't know if he's checked out at all. I believe he's checked in. And that's the reason why he doesn't want to divorce Latisha. He said over and over that his marriage is not for sale and he's not going to divorce. The male Scots think they are the prize. They think themselves as high value men. They absolutely do, said Sammy. That's why he married her. But she was passive and slow and would stay that way. Susie, I don't know. Because I think that eventually, I'm going to tell you what my mama used to say. My mom used to say, even a dog get tired of you beating on them. All right. So I believe that eventually, if that is the actual thing, I think Latisha stays because she has something to prove to the world. But eventually, if everything that we're saying is true, she's going to get up and go. When Marcel made that statement about Tisha being from the other side of the tracks, I saw then that Marcel thought he was better than her. Definitely all in unity. And I don't know why. Okay. Queen Script, welcome to the stage. What you got to add to what we're saying, baby?
Girl, you hitting the nail on the head all over the place. But Marcel, he was always an a-hole, but I liked him. But I'm not liking him anymore. Like, honestly, I believe Tisha is very uncomfortable with herself right now. Remember, her son went away to college, is doing well, but that's a pivotal moment for a woman at this stage in her life, right? Mm-hmm. And like Miss AD said, she wanted to go to California. She had dreams too, right? We're talking about Marcel, but Tisha is uncomfortable maybe with herself. That person that left, Destiny, they're divorced, they're moving on. We could make fun of that and everything, but the point is that they made a decision and moved on with their life. We don't know what's going on in her head because he's saying he don't want a divorce, but most divorces are initiated by the wife, not the husband. Something is making Tisha uncomfortable in her life. I'm not saying it's her marriage. I'm not saying it's her kids. I think a lot of changes are happening. Her girls are almost grown. They don't need her as much. They don't. Her roles are changing and all her children, the people that she values as important. And as far as him thinking he's better, I'm sorry, no way with your background, you're going to say that about my family being from the other side of the tracks because we must have been making that trip to the same prison to see our families together. Don't come from my family. Like, I don't get that part why he thinks he's so above her. It's obvious they party a lot. They hang out a lot. Yeah, they work and make money, but they're very misogynistic, old school type of thinking men, right? And either you're going to fall in line or not. I'll give you an example. I know a couple, the woman had a best friend from childhood. Her husband, good man, took care of everything. He wasn't mean to her, kind to her and everything, but he told her, I don't want that woman around my children. She has some issues. She, after a while, let that friend go. And she told me one day she regrets that to this day because he never let go of his drunk, asinine friend. So women will do that to appease their man. But she may feel uncomfortable now. I think she's feeling uncomfortable with her decisions as a woman, and she's taking it out on people like Destiny because they're so close. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. I believe that her whole issue with Destiny is misplaced anger. I think she may feel hurt with Destiny, but what you're trying to blame Destiny for is not her fault.
Fake hurt. It's not the hurt she's feeling is what she really needs to be feeling about other stuff. She's putting everything on that relationship with Destiny when that is just not a problem for her. That's not. But she's seeing Destiny also coming into her own. And I don't think Tisha is an envious or jealous person, but I think sometimes that can make people uncomfortable when they saw a person so broken. And Destiny did not have the resources in the background. Tisha's not slow. She's very educated. Tisha makes decisions. A person where Tisha's at in life is not slow. She's making decisions. And I think she may be second guessing her decisions when she does look at Destiny, not in an envious way, but in a way like she may even be confused about herself.
I agree with that. Y'all, please make sure you're liking the like button on my page or Butterflii's page, whichever page you're watching from. And we appreciate everybody for coming in and joining in this conversation. This is something worth talking about. And I'm enjoying the conversation with Butterflii and you guys. I am totally enjoying the input y'all are putting in the comment section, because this is what this is about. This is a conversation because sometimes we meet these same hurdles in our everyday life. That's why this is reality TV. Ain't nothing worse when you have a man that envies you more than anything. He envies that Latisha is book smart, and he only thrives because of her. I think Marceau he can stand his own. I just think that he tries to keep his thumb on Latisha, is what I would say. Yep, she's taking out her frustrations on others. I agree. They were separated on the show, and to me, he's checked out, because when you look at Scott Manor, he hasn't done anything. Is her marriage with Marceau to me? Yeah, I don't know, because I don't really think they ever really separated. I think they stayed in separate houses for a reason. But let's get on back over here, Nettie. But I do understand what you're saying. Y'all hear that? You always bigging up you and your brand. But when you stepped into my open house, you said, this ain't your open house. Come on, Tisha. Now she throwing at you some facts. And you over here, Tisha, come on. You got to be able to accept that corrective criticism. You got to be able to accept it. You said Tosha isn't passive, meek, weak, or docile. We have no clue what's going on behind the scenes. Kimmy's role is to reel Tisha in when she's ready to go. That's a good one. I haven't thought about that way. Destiny and Tisha's relationship was never genuine. They became close after she fell out with ex-castmate. Hopefully, Ken, who exists on the show. And you know what? I don't know if that's gonna be the thing. I believe when you work with people, sometimes you just create friendships and you don't really know that person until you really know that person.
Right. I absolutely do not believe that they became friends because Destiny fell out with Melanie. First of all, Destiny didn't fall out with Melanie. Melanie kicked Destiny to the side, and there was no reason why she shouldn't have tried to get to know Latisha, somebody that she was working with. I hate that narrative. They did not hook up because they had a common enemy. The only person that was considering these people enemy anyway was that lady. Tisha never knew that lady considered her enemy until she seen her calling her up. So I just think that narrative is, I don't like it. But everybody decides to their opinion. I'm just saying I don't agree with that scenario. They did not become friends because they had a common enemy. Destiny was still, to her knowledge, she was still that lady's friend until that lady flipped the script on her. So that don't even make sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I believe, again, like I said, they are co-workers. And just like any of us, if you work with somebody, eventually going, hey, girl, what you up to? You get to know a little bit more about them, a little bit more. Sometimes you don't want know nothing about them. But that's normally the way co-workers exist with each other.
Is this your listing?
I'm doing the open house for this listing, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep my champagne, and I was bringing you some champagne. So congratulations for your first.
Now, why you gonna bring me some champagne, but I'm gonna keep my champagne, Tisha? Like I said, Tisha said in that episode,
she really did too.
She said in that episode that she came, she said, I'm gonna go to the open house. And she, in other words, said, I'm gonna set it off. She already had planned to go there and do exactly what she did. Y'all gotta pay attention to all of the details. She said, well, she told Marceau, I'm going to the open house and we're gonna talk about it. Now, I don't believe it was a true open house because the doors were shut and baby, it was just them two in there. I don't believe it was a true open house. I believe it was a setup for them to talk. But yeah, no. You just, Susie, don't take us wrong. We just a little passionate about this little episode. So we do understand that is your opinion, and we respect your opinion. Trust me, we definitely do. Tisha, you said Tisha could have want out of her marriage, but does not know how to make that move. And she could be envious of Destiny's strength and confidence to move forward with her previous marriage. Possibly. Boy, when Nell kept eating that food, leaving Destiny out there, cracked me up, getting more tea. And girl, that was funny. Wasn't it at the reunion where Tisha became the ops? Living for me, I believe she was already the ops, and the ex-cast member just decided that's when she wanted to pop out and say it. Let's move on a little bit further.
Yeah, no, this isn't my first listing.
To like stay mad because
Kimmy, you started this shit. You started this. And you gonna scream as the goal to stay mad. You started this because there was no, I want to know what frame and conversation and the way you explained it to Tisha that she thinks that this was really an issue that Destiny said that she had friendship, this, whatever it was, I forgot the word. But why in the
Tourette's.
world?
She had friendship Tourette's. And I'm trying to, I'm really trying to figure out, girl.
And now you gonna say, are you the goal to stay mad? Shut up, Kimmy. That's what I want to say so bad. Shut up, Kimmy. I hate the talking points and the code is getting a chance to run it in the ground. Baby, they over there driving it in the ground using a tractor. Do you hear me? They're on Twitter tearing it up. When I say, and every one of them have the same talking points. Oh, we knew this friendship wouldn't last because Destiny and Tisha only became friends because they both had a commonality of not liking the ex-cast member. I don't believe that. These people work together. And like I said, when I have to stand with you for 8 hours and do something, I might get to know you. I'm sorry. We might eat a hamburger together. We might, hey, you want to go to lunch? Let's go down here. I'm supposed to run to Walmart. You want to run to Walmart? Because we got 5 more hours to film. I believe that's how that works.
That's my whole point. Destiny did not know that girl was no longer her friend. That all came out during this season. Because even, mind you, Destiny wasn't aware that old girl had a problem with her until after they filmed the reunion and everybody flew back to Huntsville. Destiny was unaware that girl was mad at her. So to keep trying to say it that they had a commonality. No, there was no commonality. That girl threw Destiny to the curb because Destiny, she heard a conversation of Destiny and Tisha laughing. Where's the commonality in that? But what's common about that?
But let's back up a little bit further, even from that, Butterfly. Come on with me. Ride with me on back on this street over here. Even though we say we don't like this street, we're going to go on back over here on this road real quick. Now, remember when she did that video shoot down there to Stormy's estate? Let me say it like Stormy's estate. When she did that video shoot, Destiny pulled her to the side and was talking to her about a village. And the rudeness that this woman eluded towards Destiny was so loud. Let's even go over to the fact that what she's done.
Thank you. That part right there.
Over the years with the comments about the husband. People always want to say, oh, she threw it in her face that Martell had bought the coleslaw a car. No. We forget the part that led up to it. We always want to talk about the reaction, but not what caused the reaction. We don't want to talk about the actual catalyst that caused the reaction. We want to stick with the way that person reacted, right? So we're not going to give that ex-cast member any of that because she indeed did a lot of things to these women, right? So if they did get together based on whatever that is, it is what it is. But I just know by being employed at the same job for almost 20 years that there are some coworkers that I will go to lunch with and some I'm not going to go to lunch with. There are new people who come into the job that I may have to precept. Precept means I have to take them out with me, show them what we do, show them our policies and our procedures and what we do, doing this and doing that. And in doing so, then that person and I may develop a friendship. It may be a short term, it may be a surface base, but I believe when you work with people, you develop friendships. So to say that they just got together because they didn't like someone, I just think that's just not right. Let's go on and move forward because we're going to be here all night.
Oh my goodness. What are we arguing for again? This is the great time to figure out what the hell we're arguing for now. Because I am so confused. You got it. You got it. That's what I said. That's what I said. It's not even nothing serious to be mad about. This is some dumb ass.
I agree with Destiny. This ain't nothing to be mad about. This is some dumbass. This is dumb. And this is nothing to be, y'all are going back and forth based on the very fact that you said that she has friendship Tourette's. You are going back and forth because she said that you should have defended her in front of Martell, although her husband was sitting right behind her. Y'all going back and forth because she said that you should have defended her to Nell, although she and Nell were getting into it, and Nell is also a woman and she's a woman and they can handle each other. Girl, this is crazy. It's asinine. It's weird.
Mad about it. What if I talk about you and say,
Horrible friend.
you're a horrible friend. Okay. I'm dating you, want to call me a hoe. You can call me a snake. I get back in the ring.
The flat. Is that I call her whore, girl? What? It's a figure of speech.
It don't matter.
I said that after she was making fun of me,
Oh my
and I
God.
asked her about it, and now it's all of a sudden you.
Y'all, I don't care what figure of the speeches it was. What figure of speech it was, you actually called her the HOE word. Regardless, everybody don't take kindly to that being said. Butterfly, you want to chime in here? Misbehaving, what's not true?
Did you call her that? But you already knew. You're calling her that, coming off the heels of everybody trying to paint her that way because she's dating. So, Tisha, you knew exactly what you was doing by saying that. So to act like, it was a joke or she shouldn't have took offense to it, don't make a bit of sense, Latisha. That's not right and that's not fair. Now that is one. Come on, Latisha, you did that intentionally. So to act like you didn't do that intentionally and like Destiny shouldn't have been offended by that is BS. You did that intentionally because you know what everybody running around saying about her because she's dating right now. With no ring on her finger. She's not obligated to nobody. She can date as many niggas as she wants to, personally. But that's besides the point. You did that intentionally, and that was not cool. Latisha, you got to take responsibility in the breakdown of this situation. Point blank and the period.
I agree with that. Living for me, you're right. That's what I was actually saying. She brought it up, but how do you think that Latisha found out about the matching cars? And second of all, the conversation was you get your kids in the car and you run down there and you go down there and you see what your husband doing at the club at 4 a.m. That was the conversation.
Hold up. Yeah, hold up. Let's get why Latisha got mad and even said that. Because this girl is sitting up in Latisha's face telling her, I know your husband, I got information that your husband is cheating. And Latisha is asking her to give her the information and give her the proof. And that's when she made that statement about you get in the car. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm not giving you nothing. You get in the car and you go see for yourself. That's what got Latisha upset. And Melanie is the one that let Latisha know that Martell and Arion had the same car. Latisha didn't know that. That came from Melanie. So to make it seem like that's something that Latisha put out there, when that was something that Melanie had shared with Latisha, while Melanie was sitting in Latisha's face trying to say that her husband's a cheater and she got proof, yeah, that's a problem.
That part. When she told her to go down there, I know this, and Latisha said, well, tell me. She said, I'm not telling you nothing. You get them kids and you put them in that car and y'all go down there to the club and you see what Marsal is doing for yourself. And you know what? When she got Mel grabbed her purse and got ready to go, or did one of them did? I think it may have been Tisha. It's been so long ago. And Tisha said, I could just show you the picture of that matching BMW. That was a response to what the ex-cast member was saying. But we're not talking about her today because she's irrelevant at this point in this juncture of what we're watching. She's not even on this show. And you should take ownership of that, Latisha. Come on, you gotta take some accountability. You're not doing any of that.
It was for you. It was absolutely for you.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Hunts.
We're gonna get past this.
And just when you think
Taking ownership of what you All new Friday 8/7 Central. I said that after she was making fun of me, and I confronted her about it, and now it's all of a sudden, well, you call me a whore. But you did. You call me a snitch. And right? You taking ownership of what you got. The snitch was for me. It was for you. It was absolutely for you. My mom taught me that once a snake bites you one time, you don't give them an opportunity to do it again. Nell and I would never be close. We'll be cordial. We'll be cool in the room together around people, but close, yeah, no, you're not going to get that from us. What you said to me was that, oh, you don't defend me in rooms that I'm not in. The only person that don't defend you is your husband.
Okay. We there, Butterflii. The only person that don't defend you is your husband. The guy sitting behind you. The guy sitting behind you is the only one that ain't defending you. And all the women, oh, you done hit low. That's a low blow. Sometimes we have to have a taste of reality. And I believe that is what Destiny was just giving her, a taste of reality. A taste of, hey, you sitting up here talking, you want me to defend you, but your husband's sitting right here and he not defending you. Now, Kimmy over here, oh, that's too far. And you got Trisha, oh, it's just too much. And then Nell, oh, you saying stuff you can't take back. But sometimes, even if I can't get over to you, me giving you a dose of reality sometimes kick in and makes you think. And I believe that's why Destiny was a shock factor. She was standing her own ground. You want me to defend you, but the person not defending you is the guy that you sleep with that promised and vowed to protect you, and he's not defending you. You had your kids screaming out the window when their father was seen with the girlfriend. I mean, you don't want the kids want to see that. Exactly.
Right. Don't nobody want to see that. That was even stupid advice. And we know that homegirl did that. And that was just traumatizing. So no, Latisha should not be dragging her kids in the middle of the night to no club that will catch no husband cheating. That was the most stupidest advice that homegirl could have ever gave her. And she was a fool for doing it her goddamn self and traumatizing her kids like that. But anywho, moving along, back to this situation. Kimmy, Destiny said exactly what she needed to say, and you can't say that Destiny's bringing up your husband when you're the one who brought him up in the first place. Your whole point is you're mad at Martell because Martell had all this angst to say about you. Once again, it's all leading back to what your husband said and started with Martell. So why can't she say that?
Right.
You're trying to say that her being a friend with Martell is the reason why you're so upset and she didn't defend you with Martell. How is she, what in what way did she didn't defend you with Martell? And she even let you know that she would never ever, and I believe Destiny, especially when she went through the domestic violence situation. I absolutely believe that she didn't know Martell was going to show up at that restaurant. Latisha, you know you're filming the show. You know that the producers get in there and do some of their own work on their own to get reactions out of y'all. So no, that's not going to work for me at all. And like I said, what did your husband need to be there for? Because even when you and your husband sat down with Martell, your husband was still letting Martell disrespect you and patting you on your leg and telling you it's okay, don't say nothing, it's okay. While he still wasn't defending you in a way that a husband should have been defending you. But anyway, I digress. Moving along.
But don't bring it, because number one, you needed that dose of reality, Tisha. Whatever it looked like, you needed that dose. I ain't saying that it was fair, but you can't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. You can't do it. Can't do it. You was gaslighting me, so now I got to take it all the way there because you need a dose of reality. I've checked your husband. I've checked your husband, girl. Now chill out, because I've checked him. Nell said y'all hitting way below the belt. Tisha said she's hitting way below the belt. Destiny said, so I'm a hoe not hitting below the belt? That's not hitting below the belt? Come on. When I say Destiny really took Tisha to task last night, because she really made Tisha stand in what she was saying. Are you listening to yourself? Because at this point, you are gaslighting me.
Listen what she said. Listen what.
Shut up, Trisha. Shut up, Trisha. You can't figure out if you want to be with Ken or not, or the dog or the cat. Girl, just shut up. Y'all hear that? As soon as I'm doing good, you want to beat me down. I'm a hoe. I'm not a real realtor. But Tisha just said, I always lift you up. I've always did this. I've always done that. Give us some examples. Don't just throw words out there. You got to give examples. And this is what I was saying about it last night. The very fact that Tisha felt like if she was saying it, that made it true. But you have to give examples. You've never done nothing for me, but I've done this. No, that don't count. That don't count. You've never done nothing for me. You saying that don't change nothing. That absolutely changes absolutely nothing. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You ain't been clear this whole time. No, I don't want to hear you clearly.
Can I say something like for real? Because it's obvious that both of y'all have been hurt by each other. I get that. So I'm not on the page of like everybody did something wrong. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that sometimes when you have a small issue, the tone in which you speak to each other make it a bigger issue.
Oh, Kim, you're a fine one to talk about a tone. You are a fine one to talk about a tone. Butterfly, you want to step in here?
Kimmy ain't taking no side. How can you take a side when you're the one who stirred this part in the first place? My thing is, why is Latisha keep saying that this girl was making fun of her when she was addressing how Tisha makes her feel about their friendship? What are we missing? What am I missing? What am I confused?
No. I think we both.
How is Tisha turning that around and making it that Destiny was making fun of her when she was actually speaking on how Tisha makes her feel about their friendship? Because 1 minute they cool, the next minute Latisha mad at her. And it's giving me that you're mad at Destiny because Destiny actually sees what's really going on in your marriage. And so because of that, now you want to cancel her out and you're not making no sense, and nothing you're claiming that Destiny has done is landing whatsoever. What it is doing is making you look like you're a fool once again. I love Latisha down, but none of this is making no sense. And everything that you're trying to project onto Latisha onto Destiny is not making no sense at all. You knew that this girl was friends with Martell. So at what point was that a deal breaker? She's always been friends with Martell.
Child.
I've never seen Destiny uphold Martell in nothing negative or nothing foul that Martell has ever done. I've always seen Destiny hold him accountable as much as she can do as a friend. That's another grown man. I'm just so confused on where Latisha's coming from. And like I said, this making me feel like it's Marcel in her ear trying to convince her Destiny ain't her friend because she's still friends with Martell, even though her brother-in-law is still friends with Martell. Maurice definitely be still kicking it with Martell. So I'm confused on why she got this angst for Destiny and not for Maurice or not for her husband. I'm just so confused.
Or why didn't she have this much gumption from Stormy when Stormy called Marcel a bitch? Why all of this?
That part right there.
Mm-hmm. Why all this?
That part right there. And the only reason that could be below the belt is Latisha, because you know, as much as everybody in the world, including us, the viewers, know that your husband does not stand up for you. And he has not stood up for you over the years. That's the only way that could hurt is if it's true.
Yep.
Because there's nothing about that should be hurting you. Nothing. Other than it's true. That's the reason why you consider that below the belt is because you know that's the conflict that you're having within your marriage. Because we know it's a fact that Marceau just now started windmilling for you in the comment section just recently. Prior to that, he could care less.
Right.
He'll sit in your face when another heifer is playing on your top and make it seem like you're the problem when the other heifer is in your face being very disrespectful. We don't watched him do that.
Right.
But he somehow girl, come on, Latisha. Come on.
About your bed.
You cannot, girl.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Let me see what else we got over here.
is what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? And even when she had the opportunity, even when me and her had brunch in Martell,
Running after this 4-year-old.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
good to take with the enemy without my husband being here. So I'm going to dismiss myself and y'all enjoy this. Bye.
Can't sit at this table with the enemy being here and my husband out here who ain't gonna protect me from the enemy. I just can't do it. I see y'all later. Bye. With this food in my mouth as I run out this door. Chat, it don't make a lick of sense. This don't make a lick of sense at all. It don't make any sense. Tisha, you gotta make some stuff gotta make sense. Tisha. It's gotta make some sense. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I have nothing for that. I don't think Death would have done that. But like at the end of the day, yeah, maybe she would have. Maybe she did. Are you kidding me?
Now that done pissed Destiny off. Should have hit the table. She's shaking the table. Ain't that what K Michelle said?
K Michelle, to Carly Red.
She's shaking the table. Yes, sir. So Destiny done walked out. She's walked out. We done went to commercial break because Destiny left. And Nell said she's gonna go out and get Destiny. I'm gonna go out here and get Destiny. But we do know that Nell went back in there and kept eating her food. But that part we do know. Let's go.
Anyways, that I ambushed her with Martell at the brunch. It's once again Tisha bringing up old things that I thought we moved past. And also, I feel like it's just another thing for her to play victim to. She knows how I felt about that brunch and that ambush. And she knew that I was ambushed too. I would never bring a man or anyone to ambush another person.
And I totally believe that. I totally believe that. After what she's been through, I think that was all in production. Right. All production.
Right.
And remember,
I said the same thing.
Martell name says at the end of the show, every episode, because I've been watching for it says Martell Holt, producer. It says it at every episode. So he knows the ins and the outs of what's going on with this show.
So, yeah, it was very disappointing. And it pissed me off to the highest level.
I'm gonna speak my truth, and she can say whatever she wants. But she's talking, oh, you don't have any examples. I gave her plenty of examples. She don't want to accept the examples I gave her.
But you,
no, baby, it wasn't that she didn't want to accept them, baby. They wasn't making no sense, Latisha. Love you down. I got to be honest with you. They're not making no sense, sweetie. Not a bit of inkling of sense. It wasn't that she didn't want to accept them. They're just not viable.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not. They're just not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Miss Behavior said they believe destiny is beneath them. I'm kind of believing that I'm believing that too. I'm really believing that there may be something that the Scott women are believing. And I hate to think that, but the way they moving, it feels that way. It really feels that way. And it's unfortunate. Super unfortunate. We didn't hear not one example, number one Buttercup, not one. I didn't realize Martell was still a producer. I got to pay attention next time. Yes, ma'am, he's still a producer. In fact, I'll show you in just a second.
Stephanie, get me out of here before I beat her ass. She knows exactly how I feel about the things Marcel has said about my marriage over the years. Y'all knew him below the belt. Y'all got to doing it. Y'all, when did I hit below the belt?
The reality is not always hidden below the belt. Just because you don't like it is not hidden below the belt. Just because it stings a little bit is not hidden below the belt. It's not. It's not. Y'all don't have to like something for it not to be hidden below the belt. Sometimes you need to hear the truth. And sometimes I have to show you the truth, whatever that may look like. You know what I'm saying? You cannot piss somebody off and then tell them how mad to get. And I believe Tisha kept gaslighting Destiny telling her you don't do this, you don't do that, even though Destiny gave you clear examples of what she's done, and now you mad because she said your husband don't defend you, but you pushed her to that point.
Yes.
Things to hit below the belt. We gotta stop doing tit for tat, and we gotta stop hitting below the belt. She is deflecting. She deflecting like a. I don't have time. Get shit in your household and stop trying to deflect on me. On some bull. You gonna say I don't defend you in rooms that you're not in? I said what I said. Your husband don't do that. I meant that. I defended you to your own husband.
But you gotta realize she's not gonna go against her.
Well, she not. That's a fact. She not gonna go against the husband, but that's the truth. She not gonna go against old Marceau. He got Marceau done buried. He know where the drawers is buried and all that. She not gonna go against him at all. At all. You said, let's finish watching this. We're almost at the end.
Okay, that's what me and her had the issue.
I don't care. You're not gonna come against me and say I'm not
gonna go against her husband.
whatever. If Tisha was really, really concerned about the disrespect or disregard for taking up for her in our friendship, then she would be confronting her husband about those same things. So miss me with that.
Listen, that door's give me a minute. Let me go get. Hold on, when you didn't come in that way.
Where's the door at? Because I gotta go.
What just that damn man? I gotta.
Yeah, that was funny to me when Disney couldn't figure out how to get out that school building.
Baby, I'm trying to figure out how did she get so far from the door that they all entered into? Because the door that they entered to looked like it was coming straight from the parking lot. Baby, I was so confused about that whole hallway scene. Like, wait a minute, where did the hallway come from? How did they get in this building? I thought they was at a bar. Girl,
I think she
was so
went
confused
out
about
a
that.
separate door. I don't think she went out
Yes.
the door that everybody
Right,
else.
because I'm like, the door, it looked like they came in and it looked like they was coming in from the parking lot. How did we get into a building? Where did the building come from? And is the bar in the building? Like, I was so confused. Baby, I'm like, what? Where are they at? Why are they? What is going on? Girl.
This was a starting Pilates. Since I believe the Scots think they're better than Destiny, even with the way Kimmy sent Destiny way too many emails when Destiny is not new to real estate. I agree with that. I believe so. And it would frustrated Destiny. And maybe Kimmy's a type A person, but I do believe that Kimmy does hold some kind of fault in this. Latisha is complicit in her own dysfunction. She's too old, educated, and accomplished to be acting like a child whose impulse with poor insight and judgment. I totally agree with that. I'm still here, y'all, prepping my veggies for dinner, listening in the bushes. Great live, ladies. Oh, thank you. Destiny could not find a way out of the place. Kimmy should have just sat there and ate her food. You've done enough. I agree. Number one, Buttercup. I definitely agree with that, girl. Just keep eating. Let's get on to the end of this.
I try to keep my cool and I try to be cordial.
Right there to the left. Let me go get my things, okay? Definitely. I'm coming, I promise. With this group of ladies, they tend to hit below the belt. And I think that's
just because you don't like it doesn't mean it was below the belt. I'm sorry. I just cannot agree with that.
Hit below the belt first. But at the same time, I cannot sit here and quite say that Destiny was totally wrong. Sometimes Marshall may not be quite in tune to defending Latisha.
I don't hit below the belt with people I call a friend. And I couldn't hit below the belt on plenty of things,
but you call Destiny
this woman a hoe.
Yeah.
Knowing that all these men are running around spreading this rhetoric because she is a divorced single woman who is dating. You fed into that narrative, and that was negative, and that was below the belt. So Latisha, you're not keeping it in the buck. Don't do that
at all.
See, listen, baby. I'm already mad. Okay, I was mad last year at that reunion when you sat up there and allowed your husband to convince you to lie on Martell about all the shenanigans that was happening on social media because y'all wanted to paint Martell in a certain light because of what Martell had done to you down to that park. See, you keep letting Marceau walk you into some traps, baby, because that didn't make no sense. Even when you sat down there with Carlos King, that was something that Marceau should have been talking about with Carlos King, not you. Once again, there are times that your husband should have been up there defending you, Latisha, and he hasn't. And the fact that Destiny said that she even had to defend you to your husband, that's a problem. And I need to know what Destiny's talking about now. Because when did she? Why would Destiny have to defend you to your husband? That means your husband must have been being disrespectful to you. Make it make sense, Latisha. Make it make sense, baby. Mm-hmm. It definitely is giving you're deflecting. It's definitely giving you're deflecting. And I think you're mad because look, Destiny is somebody that was there for you, and she's seen how your husband really treats you. So therefore, you're getting mad at her because she know the real. And at no point did none of the things that you're mad at Destiny about makes any sense at all. It's definitely giving deflection. It's definitely giving deflection. I just have to keep it a buck. Tisha, I love you down, but I can't be, I cannot lie to you, and I cannot fake the funk. You're wrong in this situation. You're totally out of pocket in this situation. Period. You should have never called that woman a hoe and then said that you don't hit your friends below the belt. Obviously you do, Latisha, because you called her a hoe. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't cool at all, especially knowing what she's dealing with right now. That's not cool at all.
Definitely not cool. Definitely not cool. Y'all, on the screen is a screenshot I took from this week's episode or last week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which had Martell down as producer.
I don't do it. I'm very cautious of my words because once you say it, you can't take it back.
You're not cautious of we're not cautious enough of your words. Reason why I'm saying that, Tisha has 2 master's degrees, and we just literally sat here and watched her gaslight Destiny in this last this part of this episode was like 40 some odd minutes. So this episode of them sitting at this drag party was actually the majority of the show. It took up the majority of the show. We only had 2 other scenes in front of it, and they were small. But in it, Latisha actually was not being very conscious of what she was saying. And maybe to her words aren't offensive, but her words were offensive to her friend. And the thing is that when you say something, you, even if you think about it, you know it may sound offensive, then you probably shouldn't say it. And I believe she was still saying things that sounded offensive to her friends.
No matter how much you say, I'm sorry, once you say them words, sorry is not going to fix it.
But Destiny should be sorry because she said your husband don't protect you, but you shouldn't be sorry that you called her a whore. Okay, we got it.
Cautious about what you say to a person that you consider, oh, I love you or I'm your friend. Because I don't do that. I don't hit below the belt until you keep him with me.
Damn right. I'm about to at the park.
You don't want to own up to the real issue. That's the problem.
Okay, you both saying the same thing. She's saying you doing this, you deflecting.
That's what I'm saying. I'm deflected. What did I say?
And nailing her talking, running her mouth, and eating her Cheerios. And she needs to be making sure Destiny get home. If I was Destiny, if Nell wasn't out there in 5 minutes, I would have called her Uber. I'm sorry. That's how I operate. If it's somewhere I want to go and somebody I'm riding with ain't ready to go, my Uber app stay on my phone. I'm gonna get away from where I need to go. I promise you, you're gonna never catch me in a spot I don't want to be in. I don't know how that works for people.
Well, you know what they say about your girl Melissa from Connecticut. My behind would have got to start the trooping. No lift. Girl, I would have been trooping down the road. Even if y'all know they like to say Melissa like to roam the streets. Girl, I've been roaming them streets, baby.
Ain't no way I'm gonna sit there while you in there eating your food and finishing this conversation. No, there's no way. No way. Big ups to Carlos King Productions for bringing it this season. What is it? It's his messiness that got us looking crazy. Got to give it up to him. Is the only reason we can't come to a common goal. Daddy. If they ain't dead, disabled, or a child, it isn't below the belt. I totally agree with that misbehaving. And big ups to Martell Ho. Definitely. Marcel done gaslighted Tisha so till I believe it done rubbed off on Tisha. Now she's trying to gaslight us. Definitely. Sorry, but what made you call her garden tool? Exactly, living for me. What is it that took you there that you said you consciously thought about the words before it left your mouth?
You want to bring up all the other issues versus addressing what we're talking about.
Hello?
That's what we're talking
Are you
about.
coming? Hello?
I'm coming. So you don't have to call the Uber. I will take you.
Okay, well, I'm waiting.
I'm sorry.
That phone call, calling her to ask if she was coming, I would have never made it. I would, baby, I'm going to keep me some money in an account on a credit card to get where I got to go. I tell anybody, don't think I ever buy anything I can't afford and don't get to where I need to get. I always gonna have me some money. My mama, if she didn't teach me nothing else, I remember the time when payphones were a thing. Baby, my mama always told me, make sure you keep some change in your pocket. Baby, please. Ain't no way you gonna catch me off guard and I can't get from where I need to go. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. As this group, y'all have to hold accountable. If people don't want to be accountable, y'all have to hold people accountable.
Nell said I'm gonna have to go and kept eating.
Really, whatever little scuff y'all had would kind of just dissipate like the other stuff.
Oh, Destiny still just standing outside.
Oh, Kimmy, shut up. You started this whole mess.
You started this. We are here because of you. Definitely.
And I'm hoping this will too be the same.
With decimate.
Because like y'all have a pretty good relationship.
Okay, Trish, this is fine.
I don't know about that.
It's been real.
Are we leaving or not?
Destiny walked up in there. Are we leaving or not? And Nell got a big old chicken wing in her mouth. Girl, I would have probably knocked that plate off.
They're like, this food good, girl. This food good. Hold on. I'm coming.
Latisha doesn't consider Destiny a friend, and I believe we got to clearly see that this episode. I believe we've been seeing it all season. I really do believe we've been seeing that all season misbehaving. I really believe that this episode just made it, like, without a shadow of a doubt, it made it overwhelmingly clear. That's that Bama slang. Holla unity. She's trying to make us see an issue where there isn't one. I definitely, child.
Right. Latisha trying to oversell it, baby, and this is just not gonna work. And I love you down, T Squad down, baby, but you're wrong. And this whole situation is a mess, Latisha, and you do need to dial back and do some real reflecting. Because for Destiny to say that she even had to defend you to your husband, that's the problem, Latisha. And that's not a Destiny problem.
That's below the belt. That's below the belt. Girl, get out of here.
I said yes. While pulling the chicken off. Just pulling. Hand on her chicken wing. I'm ready.
Destiny mad. Ooh, she mad. You could almost see fire coming out of her. But that's why you should have called your Uber. That's why you should have called Uber, your daddy, your cousin, somebody I know would have. Martell probably would have came and picked you up. Ain't no way I would have stood out there.
You brought my husband in this. I thought we was better than it.
She said, shut the fuck up. I can't believe you brought my husband in, baby. Destiny. It's like Tisha don't read the room. Did you just went up to this girl and said, I can't believe, laughing, I can't believe you brought my husband in this. And you see Destiny don't have literally no, because she almost pale in the face. She's so mad. And she said, shut the fuck up. Baby, I need to record that and put
She said, shut the F up talking to me. Girl. And meant it. And meant every bit of it. Didn't no smile crack on that woman's face or nothing. And I get why. Because it's like, girl, why are you trying to blame me? Baby.
Let me play it one more time. Listen.
Hand on her chicken wing. I'm ready.
I can't believe you brought my husband in this. I thought we was better than it. Are you cussing at me?
Yeah.
Are you cussing at me?
Yes.
Tisha. Yes, I am. Yes, bitch, yes, it was me that was cussing at you. I can't stand for a sucker to think that you gonna back down when you say something. Yeah, that was me. I said it. That's what I said. Too. You ain't gonna punk me. We're gonna be punking each other. There's gonna be some punking done, but you don't never punk me.
Tisha gotta be trolling us. Ain't no way you called that girl an HOE and ain't gonna be upset that she cussing at you. Tisha, you got to be trolling us, girl. I got to believe you trolling us.
You got to be.
You got to be. You got to be trolling us, girl.
Ain't no way you serious about that. Hey, ain't no way you serious. And then when Kimmy grabs your arm, you tell Kimmy, don't be grabbing my arm, but you grinning and you laughing. Are you taking this serious or is this all a joke? What is it? Because right now,
Oh no, Tisha laughing. Kimmy know exactly what she's doing because Tisha laughing because Tisha was about to call herself welling up, but she was about to hit Destiny. Baby, that I see. That walk up like Latisha did. Oh, you swearing at me? Latisha was about ready to swing on Destiny. Kimmy knew what she was doing.
there was going to be a whole bunch of swinging because I believe that swing would have been met times two. I believe because Destiny mad, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mad, man.
Absolutely.
Just the look on her face, Destiny is mad, man. Let's go and finish up this. Baby, Destiny not scared of Tisha, not one bit. She fits to walk by her. In fact, she probably should have brushed up against that hole. Excuse my French. Slid right by.
When Destiny made that statement about my husband, she wanted to get under my skin. And that's another thing that speaks on her character. I don't think Destiny and I have a future anymore. I think we have completed this relationship. It's done. It's like signed off.
And I agree. That's it, Butterfly. That's it for the show. What you got to say about it? Come on, let us have it, child. We've been talking for a minute. 2 hours.
I definitely don't think they have a friendship anymore, and I don't think it's because of Destiny. I think it's because of Tisha. They don't have a friendship no more because of Tisha, and Tisha needs to learn how to get her anger in order and direct it in the right direction. The whole way that she had treated Destiny was definitely misdirected anger. Now you cannot like Martell all you want. Latisha, Martell and Destiny are friends. I have not seen one incident where Destiny put you in the situation with Martell. We all know that was producers down to that thing. And outside of that, you can't be like it's not adding up. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. I really, and the only thing I'm gathering from it is that Latisha, that Destiny seen too much into what's really going on in your marriage. And now you're kind of ashamed and embarrassed. So you're going to make a reason why not to be friends with her. And I feel like Marceau has a hand in that too, period. Because he's been talking crazy about Destiny. He been talking crazy about Destiny. And I never understood where that was coming from when it came to Marceau. So yeah. No, I'm not. Love you down, Tisha, but you're totally wrong in this, and I'm highly upset. I'm highly upset.
I agree. And I love Tisha too. I thought that I really love the fact that they had become friends. I wish it would have worked. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. I saw number one Buttercup said, all in unity, it would have been a problem if Tisha had watched that scene and Kimmy never said anything to her about it. And that is another thing that I wanted to address while we were talking, is that Kimmy, at first, the whole issue with Kimmy not talking with the ex-cast member when and Tisha took it and was upset about it. Kimmy was fairly new to the Scott family, but she's been in the Scott family long enough, and she's trying to make her husband happy and stay married. So, of course, she was trying to get ahead of it, and she told Tisha because she knew eventually Tisha would find out about it. I totally agree with that comment. I totally agree with that. But I do agree, living for me, Destiny wasn't worried at all, baby. When I said Destiny slid on through between her, giving her an opportunity to reach out and touch somebody's hand. Let's make this place a better place if we can. And nobody reached out, nobody touched. So yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah. Hey, Daddy, thank you for joining the live too. Thank you for joining the live. That's the bottom line. Marceau don't like Destiny, and that's the whole problem. I totally agree. I'm sorry, but I couldn't be friends with someone like Tisha because she does not like to take any accountability, and that's not a good trait at all. I'm sure is what was being said. Tisha was wrong, period. I totally agree. She is too high maintenance as a friend. It takes too much work. I'm gonna tell you, I'm upset that this is where this show has come to. I'm upset that Destiny was gaslit last night. I'm upset that Latisha she wanted Destiny to take all the accountability, but she took no accountability for her part in the demise of their relationship or in the demise of how they got to this place. I believe all of that has played a part in what they have going on. Whether or not this relationship is salvageable, I don't know. I don't know, but I
Oh
believe,
no.
yeah, I believe that there's been a lot of undercut things that were said. The HOE comment, the husband comment. And a few minutes ago when I said I would have bumped into that whole, that was just a figure of speech. It really was. I didn't mean that's just how you just be talking. I'm not calling Tisha HOE. I'm just saying, if somebody ever buck up on me, I will. I walk past you, drop that elbow, baby. But I do believe that there was an opportunity for them to resolve this episodes ago, and they did not. But I also believe that Tisha didn't want resolve. I believe that she actually went to the open house with the mindset of acting up. I believe that she came to this scene at the drag party to act up as well. Whether or not their relationship is salvageable, I don't know, but I don't think it is. I believe they're beyond salvage at this moment. What this road looks like for them down the street probably isn't good. I'm just being honest.
No, Buttercups. Allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curve is Carlos King then already let somewhat of the cat out the bag, and he says it only gets worse from here.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Buttercups.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cup says, I do not want Tisha to become that friend that's just exhausting. That was the problem with the mail. It was too exhausting to be her friend.
It was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what Tisha's giving right now, because I'm not. It is giving a lot of work, Tisha.
But I will say this for Latisha. I don't believe that the friendship is not salvageable. And I believe it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of work. Now, Carlos King did say that it gets worse at the reunion, but he did not say that they did not make amends. So I think we need to keep watching. I think Tisha is going to have to do some reflecting, some she's going to have to take some accountability. And I also believe that Destiny is going to have to pray and ask the Lord to help her not hurt nobody, because she was pretty upset. And she said she felt like she was being gaslit. And when you felt like you've been gaslit, it makes it even worse than it was previously.
Yeah, and you know something that reminds me, that gives me even more of a reason why Marcel doesn't like Destiny, because she didn't have to check him behind Tisha.
Yep, that's true.
So that makes all the more sense now why he doesn't like her. Because I just couldn't understand his angst.
Or maybe he felt
Marcel don't like
maybe he felt like they were too cool. So I'm telling you, some men don't want you to be. They don't want their woman close with nobody, because that means they lose a little bit of control.
Yeah. All right, Marcel's thing since the beginning. He got to have control. And the thing about it, even when his father was sitting up there admitting how he dropped the ball raising, and Marcel gonna say, "Oh no, you did a great job, Dad." Shut the hell up. No, he didn't. We just sat here and seen Maurice name all the things in that goddamn therapy session that was wrong with y'all upbringing, and you gonna sit in your father's face and play them stupid games because you like being a lackluster father. That's what it is. Anywho, I digress.
Right. After your other son that told you just put locks on the refrigerator so they wouldn't have nothing to eat. Child, these people and their storylines are confusing. I don't know if they want to repaint history or what they trying to do, but it is what it is. Ms. Beavis said, fornicating Trish ain't to be trusted. She's a flip-flopper and will do anything to be friends with Tisha and Kimmy. But being friends with Tisha and Kimmy may be going up the wrong road the way it looks. I don't know though. It is. I'm going to stay in denial. All right, Nettie, you stay on over there in denial. I like living in reality myself. I can't stay in denial.
What Auntie talking about she gonna be in denial about? What's she in denial about, girl? I know shit. You say what you in denial about, girl?
But you know what? One thing I can appreciate is the very fact that Ms. Wanda, when asked about this, has said more than once, I'm not gonna get in it. I'm not gonna speak on the relationship between Tisha and Destiny. I respect that a
Love it.
whole.
And I don't know why people ask her that, because the minute Miss wanted to give her opinion, then all hell break loose. I'm glad she didn't fall for the okie doke. Shout out to my boo Wanda J. Blige. Because they
Amen.
love to act her some shit. And then when she give them an opinion, they get all up in arms about it. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Wanda J. Blige.
She
Gotta let
said
these people play on your
once.
top.
Every time they've asked her that I've seen, she said, I'm not going to speak. She said in Who News chat, and she said in her own chat, I will not be speaking on the relationship of my daughter with Destiny. And I respect that more
I'm
than anything.
glad. I love that. I love that. Because
Have
Wanda J. Blige can't win for lose. Had
right.
she put her mouth on it, she would have been all type of wrongs. And Tisha need to stand up for herself and X, Y, and Z, her mama this and her mama that. Girl, that's right, Wanda J. Blige. Don't let them people trick you. Because they full of it too.
Melanie is vindicated. No, Melanie still.
Who said Melanie vindicated? Girl, here y'all go with the nonsense. Here y'all go with the nonsense. What is she vindicated on? So we're just gonna act like Melanie didn't do none of the trifling stuff that she did to Latisha. Melanie's not vindicated. Melanie was very trifling. Melanie still was trifling. Her actions towards Tisha and this whole social media shenanigans that she got started to go up against one woman. One woman, mind you, this is one woman that she caused all these people to go up against because she didn't have the balls and the strength to do what her got doing. So Melanie's not vindicated at all. But girl, I'm sorry. I love y'all. Why y'all do that? Why y'all like to get Butterflii started?
I'm happy with Miss Wanda staying out of it. Smart move. I agree.
Very smart. Like I said, she can't win for lose.
Butterflii that Martell said they were actors. I'm leaning heavily on produced Bravo storylines. Well, Chad, this ain't Bravo, this OWN, honey. OWN and Zeus Network about the
same. No, they said Melanie was more. What they talk about? I'm confused. Y'all said Melanie was vindicated. Now we saying Martell is vindicated.
No. You misunderstand. Misbehaving said Melanie is vindicated. Latisha Scott was and is the problem. That is what Misbehaving said. And then Nettie. Remember, Nettie said earlier that she's going to live in denial, and she was saying it because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Misbehaving. I love you down, boo, but Melanie is not vindicated. We are not going to erase all the nonsense that Melanie was doing and has done, girl. No.
At all. Mel still out here being
down, Misbehaving. You can read me. You can read me later, Misbehaving. But girl, that girl ain't vindicated.
Exactly. You guys, I want to thank you all for joining us for this recap. It has been fun and a pleasure to have all of you guys to go back and forth in the comment section with Butterflii and myself. And I just want to give you my thanks for joining in and just listening to us run our mouths. And special shout out to Queen Script for joining the live and talking. And y'all feel free if once the link is dropped, come on up. Sit, sit down and spell and talk with us. And let's talk back and forth. I think these are great topics we got to discuss and get out here in the open. Butterflii, you got anything to talk about?
No, I thank you. And like I said, I'm just walking away from this episode highly disappointed in Tisha. And I guess it's gonna get worse, but I hope after this worse it gets better because Tisha absolutely got to take some accountability. And I'm just not feeling her not taking none. And that's just not cool. You called that girl out her name first. You hit below the belt first. You have to take accountability.
And I'm upset that Kimmy, although she started this mess, is sitting up acting like she's some type of mediator. I don't like that.
Girl, that part too. And I got one more thing. I knew this was gonna come up, but Nell talked about she was the best dressed. Nell, you was not the best dressed there. Latisha's outfit was cute as hell. Latisha looked it very cute. Okay, now Nell, your outfit was cute too, but you wasn't the best dressed. Okay, Latisha, and I'll say Destiny looked it really cute. Everybody else is a question mark. But Nell, you was not the best dressed there. Girl, love you down, but no, you wasn't. No, I don't. Anywho, I like them three outfits. Latisha, Nell, and Destiny did look cute. But the best dressed Nell, you stretched. That was a reach, girl. That was a reach. But anywho,
Lucy said, Nell was still the problem.
Right. Like, girl, we just gonna act like, girl, baby, y'all not gonna do it. Y'all can't get me. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going. There's too many receipts on Melanie. Melanie was definitely the problem.
Definitely.
Too many receipts.
That's a whole bridge too far. Mel, the forever victim, who has never been the actual victim to anyone but Martell.
There you go. Thank you, number one Buttercup. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Tisha won't take any accountability, Butterfly. So you might be upset the rest of the season. So
yeah, I am gonna be upset because I don't like Tisha not taking no accountability. So y'all know I'm gonna call it as I see it. I'm still T Squad, but I gotta keep it a buck all the way around. I'm not gonna play in my boo's face because I want her to get better. So I'm gonna keep it real with her because she got to get better. This ain't a good look at all, Tisha.
At all.
Just gonna be honest with you. It's not.
I pulled
all right, Buttercups. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lady Ro, for having me. This was so much fun. Shout out to all the queens in the queendom and shout out to all the Buttercups. All right. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe. And if you can hype up the lives, please feel free to hype them up. Okay.
Please. Miss Leo lady said, agreed, not the best. Neil was ready for the poll.
Listen. Yeah, I'm sad because I can't.
But this is a great live, and I appreciate you all for coming in.
Thank you, ladies.
We will see you guys in the next live. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Happy Sunday, everyone. Love Lane Butterflies.
Miss Wonder on Destiny's side. I doubt it. Because, I'm going to tell you, Wonder going down like 2 flat tires for her daughter. And I can't blame her. Because I'll let nobody play on my baby top either. I promise you. Yeah, I don't think she would. And that's no slight to Miss Wonder, but that's just her being a mom. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just her being. All right, you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.